Hey there, ladies and gents. Welcome back to Freeman Motorsports Today. We are live streaming the Enjoy Illinois 300 from Gateway Motorsports Park. Guys, this is the inaugural Cup Series race at Gateway, and I'm really excited for this race, guys. Yesterday's Truck Series race here was phenomenal, and the race at Portland, albeit at a different track, was also really great. So maybe if we can complete the perfect trifecta of three great races in one weekend, that would be great. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in today. So you guys already know the drill. Make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing. And also feel free to drop your pick in the chat on who you think's going to win. Also, guys, on the road to 98 or on the road to 1,700 subscribers. Also, Eric and Chaco, you're first in the chat. Once again, congrats. I mean, I need to create a leaderboard for you. I mean, you're definitely the most frequent chatter of anybody. But we're going to be getting the green flag here in just a moment. Still under the opening pace laps, though, as of right now. Your pole center for today's race is Chase Briscoe, picking up his first pole, I believe. And then who is outside is Austin Cendric. Today, in qualifying, the Fords were fast. That is what we learned. The Fords are fast this weekend, and the Chevrolets, at least in qualifying, did not seem to have that much pace. We're going to look at our starting lineup actually here a little bit just now. And here, I'll just pull up the starting leaderboard for you. So your pole center, like I just mentioned, Chase Briscoe, on a bit of momentum recently. And then is outside the Austin Cendric. And then Christopher Bell in third, who's been so great in qualifying. Then Tyler Reddick, the highest qualifying Chevrolet, in fourth. He's the only Chevrolet, though, in the top 9. Also, Daniel Suarez will be dropping to the rear for unapproved adjustments at the beginning of this race, so he's going to have to work his way up through the field. The lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going green next time by to start this race. But as you see the rest of your top 10, it's Blaney and Hamlin in row 3, then Logano and Almirola in row 4, then the rookie Harrison Burton with his best qualifying effort of the year in 9th, and Ross Chastain is outside. Then you have a couple Toyotas, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex Jr., and Cole Custer make up row 11 and row 12. And then Larson and Elliott make up row number 8, and all Hendrick row 8. And then you have McDowell, Wallace, in row 9. And then Corey LaJoie and Kevin Harvick round out your top 20 in row 10. Then you have Eric Jones and is outside the rookie Todd Gilliland in row 11. Then Daniel Suarez, who will be dropping to the rear. And then to his outside would be William Byron. And then you have Bowman and Ty Dillon making up row number 13. Then Stenhouse and Haley making up row number 14. And in row 15, you have Austin Dillon and Brad Keselowski. And then in row 16 is Cody Ware and the Zane Smith, who's filling in for Chris Buescher after he tested positive for COVID. Then you have Josh Bilicki and BJ McLeod in row 17. And in the last row, you have Allmendinger and Clearman in row 18. But we are about to get the green flag, ladies and gents. So I appreciate it if you're tuning in. I'll have the leaderboard up here in just a second. But the green flag's about to be out in the air. And it's Briscoe on the inside, Cendric on the outside. To begin the very first race at Gateway Motorsports Park in NASCAR Cup Series history. Here they come. And Briscoe is going to have that preferred line in turns 1 and 2. Is he going to be able to get that clear for the lead off of turn 2? Yes, he will. Chase Briscoe is clear for the lead down the back straightaway, but they're 3 wide there for a second for third place. Cendric clears that battle for third, though. And then it's Bell and Reddick side by side for third, going into turns 3 and 4. And Larson makes a dive bomb inside of 3 wide on the inside of Truex and Chase Elliott. That was a crazy move right there, but he's going to go forward. That's back outside the top 10, though. Those guys didn't have great qualifying. But a really bold move right there by Larson, taking it 3 wide on lap 1. Meanwhile, Bell and Reddick still battling for third place. Blaney also trying to enter this battle. Reddick down the back straightaway is just going to clear Bell now, but Blaney is ready to pounce on that 20 Toyota. Then the winner of the Coke 600 last week, you have Denny Hamlin hanging in 6th place right now. Then Chastain's up to 8th after starting this race in 10th. And then Chastain, Burton, Logano round out your top 10. And Ryan Blaney's going to go by Christopher Bell on the inside of turns 1 and 2. Turns 1 and 2 is where we're going to see a lot of passing today, guys. That's where you can really set up moves, is in turns 1 and 2. And now the 11 and the 10 are both going to go by the 20 down the back straightaway. But here comes Ross Chastain making it 3 wide. He dives it in there, and he might have to back out of that one. But they're 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. The 20, the 10, and the 1. Oh, that's really going to stall out all their momentum. Is somebody going to make it 4 wide? Logano's thinking about it, and Logano makes it 4 wide. They're 4 wide entering turns 1 and 2. That's, Logano and Bell back out. That was close. But Bell is dropping in a hurry here. Bell started this race in 3rd and is already back to 10th place. But either way, Chastain already making bold moves here early on. Him and Larson putting on a show here. His teammate had to start out back. He's already made up quite a few spots. The first stage is 45 laps today. And now Truex, Elliott, and Custer are 3 wide in turns 1 and 2. And Truex dove it in there on the inside. That's not going to stick, and he's going to have to back out of that one. And now the 5 is going to be all over the bumper of the 19. But Bell and Burton are battling just at the back end of the top 10 for 9th and 10th spot. And Bell has just dropped back here, though, early on. Maybe as the run goes on, that car will come towards him, but it doesn't look like it. And now the 18 and the 45 are going by the 20 car. So that 20 car is just struggling here early. Down the back straightaway, the 9 to the inside of the 20. That's for 12th place. But yeah, Bell's dropping in a hurry. Oh, the 9 doesn't quite line up that corner. He's going to have to try and see if he can get the runoff corner exit. Larson made some bold moves early, but since then has slipped back. He's struggling so far today. He's back in 16th after starting 15th. Man, I'm trying to get this leaderboard up for you guys, but the NASCAR website is down right now. So it's not working for me right now, but I'll try and have that up here momentarily. McDowell going to the outside of Bubba Wallace. He moves up a spot to 17th. Yeah, Larson really struggling here early on. Meanwhile, Chase Briscoe's led every lap so far. Austin, Cindric, and Reddick round out your top 3, but Blaney's catching up to the 8 car. Blaney looks strong in practice, and he's following it up here early on in the race. So far, though, the Fords are definitely the strongest car. 4 out of the top 6 spots are Fords. And I don't know why the leaderboard does not want to come up on the website, so I'm not going to be able to pull that up for the time being, but maybe it'll come back to me later. But meanwhile, Suarez, who started out back, has only worked his way up to 28th so far, so he's got a long day ahead of him. But still already 35 to go in this stage. Stage 1's pretty short, only 45 laps of this 240-lap race. But now that we've kind of gotten further into the run, there's been a little bit less passing. That was one thing drivers were saying in the kind of in their interviews after practice, is that once we get into the run, it's going to be hard to pass. But right now, Cindric is not fading away from the leader, Chase Briscoe. That gap under about half a second since the green flag, and now Cindric kind of closing in on him. So I'll look at the chat here a bit right now. Alan C. Crow. All right, let's get it. Let's get it on. Go Kyle Busch. Eric, you chose Trackhouse, Petty GMS, or RFK, or RCR. I am not in my early 20s, but I guess it's a compliment. I don't know. Up to 5 likes, guys. I appreciate it. I'll try to get this leaderboard up for you. I'm not sure why it's not wanting to work today. Wait, is my mic working? Hold on. All of a sudden now I'm worried. Is the mic not working? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you. Well, yeah, under the first commercial break of the day. And right now, this has just been a very technical difficulty filled day so far. Oh, that's why the audio is not coming out. Okay, yeah, so the audio is working. That's good. It's all good. Joey Logano, I think it's someone to look out for. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Already up to almost 10 likes on the day. Thanks. Eric, you're at the track. Well, let us know what you think about the experience from a fan point of view this weekend. Because I'm sure the racing is going to be pretty solid, but how does the track handle the big crowd? They've had Truck Series races here before, but that's going to be a lot smaller crowd than a typical Cup Series race. Mark, your picks are the 18, 4, and 22 today. So far, the 22 and the 18 doing a pretty good job moving forward, but Harvick not so much. That 4 team still searching for something this year. They haven't found it yet. And I don't know why, but the NASCAR website is like literally broken. It just continually. I keep clicking the live leaderboard and scoring, and then it just takes me to the practice results instead, no matter what I do. So I'd like to have the leaderboard up for you guys, but it's not wanting to do it. But anyways, Briscoe still leads, and it's Cendric Blaney's worked his way up to third. Now it's all Fords in the top 3. Reddick in fourth, the first Chevrolet, and then Hamlin in fifth, the first Toyota. Chastain's gotten by Almirola. He's up to 6th. Then Logano, Kyle Busch, and Kurt Busch round out your top 10. And then it's Elliott, Burton, Bell. Bell started in 3rd and has dropped back to 13th. He's really losing spots here early on. Yeah, I hope I can work out this leaderboard thing because it also helps me get knowledge about cars that aren't running just in the top 10 so I can see what it's like deeper in the field. But for now, the NASCAR website does not want to cooperate, which sucks. Mark, they've had Busch races there. Harvick won a couple of those. Yeah, I know. They had a couple Busch races here a little while ago, but it's been a little while since. Well, the Cup Series has never raced there before, and it's been a bit since the Xfinity Series or then Busch Series has raced here. But then you have Custer in 15th, Larson, Wallace, McDowell, Jones, and Byron round out your top 20. So yeah, right now the Hendrick Chevrolets have kind of struggled this weekend. None of them running in the top 10 right now. Bowman is the lowest running Hendrick car in 22nd. But then you have Harvick, Bowman, Gilliland, Dillon, LaJoie, your top 25. And the leader should start to catch some cars and put them a lap down. He'll be catching the tail of the field, which would be BJ McLeod and Parker Kligerman here soon. We're approaching the halfway point in stage 1. We're on lap 20, about to click over to lap 21. Also, Larson just got by Custer. That's for 15th. And Logano's looking to get by Eric Almirola for 7th. He's been slowly reeling him in. But the drivers have made a lot of comments that they think it's going to be pretty hard to pass this weekend. And so far, that on that initial start, it was crazy. Guys are making 3-wide moves all over the place. But that must have been because they knew it was going to be hard to pass once you got farther into the run. Because now things have really settled down. But Hamlin's starting to catch up to Reddick. The battle for 4th may be heating up here soon. But if you guys watched the Xfinity Series race in Portland yesterday, what are your thoughts on that? That was a pretty crazy race, crazy day. Appreciate everybody tuning in so far. If you're wondering where your certain favorite driver is running, just ask me in the chat and I'll check in on that for you. Now we've approached the halfway point in stage 1. They can make it to the end of the stage on fuel and tires. We didn't really see many tire failures in practice. We saw them on the first set of tires they had in practice, but we're thinking maybe they had an issue. But they haven't had many long runs yet this weekend. So we really don't know how these tires are going to handle once you get up to 30, 40 laps on a set of tires. And Chase Briscoe puts the 78 car a lap down. That's the first car 1 lap down. But Cindric is catching up to that 14 car. So if the 14 gets held up by a lapped car at some point, then the 2 will be there to pounce. And Blaney in 3rd is kind of slowly reeling in the leaders, but not that quickly. Maybe picking up a half a tenth a lap. But Chastain really running a higher line than everybody else on the racetrack, and he is slowly closing in on Hamlin in 5th place. Chastain started this race in 10th and has worked his way up to 6th right now, looking to get another spot here from Hamlin. But Larson so far still struggling. All the Hendrick cars struggling, all of them running outside the top 10. Eric, it was a 10 out of 10 for you. I really enjoyed that race. But now Larson looking to set up a pass on Harrison Burton for 14th. Harrison Burton had his best qualifying effort of the year in 9th yesterday. Maybe he can get a solid top 10, top 15. That'd be pretty good for that team. They're really searching for some momentum this year. That 21 Wood Brothers team, I feel like they were really starting to peak when they had Blaney, and then Matty D wasn't that bad in that car, but all of a sudden it's just they have fallen off the last 2 years, 3 years, it feels like. Also, Byron's moved up to 19th place. And still no caution has fallen yet in this race. This might be one of the longest green flag runs to start a race this year. And they put the 77 lap down, and they're looking to put the 15 car lap down as well here. But Daniel Suarez, who started out back, because it's been so hard to pass, he's only worked his way up to 28th. So he may be in danger of going a lap down. Oh, the 14 car is slow. From the lead, Chase Briscoe is slow. The caution's not out yet, but the left rear, does he have a flat, or is that a mechanical failure? We have to see here. I think it's a flat. Yeah, the left rear tire is down on the 14 car. He was in the lead when that happened. He's scraping it around the track. The green flag's still out. They really shouldn't throw a caution for this because there's no debris anywhere, and he's keeping it clean, getting to pit road. But that is not a good sign, guys. We see a tire failure for the leader, Chase Briscoe, out front, and he's got a tire failure. Goodyear with another tire issue here. It looks like at Gateway again. Man, this is really becoming an issue. If we see more flat tires like this today, then that's not good. The leader just blew a tire. Luckily, he didn't get into the wall or spin around. He's going to make it to pit road, but it is going to happen under green. So he's probably going to lose at least a lap or two here. But that cycles Austin Cindric to the lead. The rookie now out front with 16 to go in the stage. And then his teammate Ryan Blaney in second. Then Reddick and Hamlin round out your top four. But this might cut guys like Daniel Suarez a break who are in risk of going a lap down, because that'll give him a couple extra seconds on the track. Yeah, Briscoe's going to lose probably 2 tires on this stop. It doesn't look like that car has any damage, but there may be damage under the hood from that flat tire if it tore up things on the inside. But that is not good, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though. At 8 likes right now, if we get up to 10, I would appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing on the road to 1,700 subscribers. But yes, Briscoe should go 2 laps down, I believe. But now it's Austin Cindric out front. $15 to go in the stage. So he's 2 laps down and is on the verge of going a 3rd lap down. Now he does have fresh tires because they pitted, so he might be able to stay on the stay only 2 laps down here. But it will be very interesting to see if we see more tire failures today, though. Because, I mean, nobody else has had any tire issues yet in this run, and then all of a sudden the leader does. So maybe he was running a more aggressive line, and that was allowing him to, or they had an aggressive camber on that left rear. That's what Goodyear was saying some of the tire failures are due to, is that teams are running an aggressive camber or aggressive tire pressures, and that's what causes those tires to go down. But I don't know. There may be more than that. Now the battle for 4th place heating up. Chastain to the inside of the 11 off turn 2. He's going to tuck back in line, but Chastain seems like to be one of the strongest cars here early. He's making moves here. He goes to the inside of the 11 and turns 3 and 4, so he can be able to turn in underneath him off corner exit down the front straightaway. Oh, just not quite. Meanwhile, behind him, the 22 is setting up a pass on the 10 for 6th. Also, Christopher Bell had dropped back on this run, but he's starting to rebound a bit. He's passed his teammate Martin Truex Jr. He's back up to 11th, so it looks like the bleeding has stopped for the 20 car. Maybe they just have more of a long run car than a short run car. And the lap traffic is really providing some of the best passing opportunities. If you can just use them as a pick, because the groove is pretty narrow here. Oh, Harrison Burton almost crashed into the side of the 77. He made contact with the left rear corner panel and got tight underneath him. Really nothing. That was Josh Bilicki's fault. The 21 just got up the track a bit. But now he's got a dent actually on that right front fender. It didn't look like it was that hard of contact, but that right front fender is definitely banged up a bit. Doesn't look like it's cutting into the tire, though, at all. But that did allow the 5 car to get past him. Larson's now up to 13th with 10 to go in the stage. With 10 to go in the stage, Austin Cindric seems to be pretty safe here out front. He's got a 2-second lead over his teammate Ryan Blaney. But so far, we just had one drama incident so far in stage 1, and that's when the leader, Chase Briscoe, cut down a tire. Things stayed green. He was able to make it to pit road, but he's 2 laps down now. And Kurt Busch is going to get passed by Martin Truex Jr. Kurt Busch drops back to 11th place. Now Christopher Bell also has gotten by Kurt Busch. Bell holds on to 10th place, that final stage point. But right now, if we were to get a caution, Parker Kligerman would be the free pass car. Still 31 cars on the lead lap. This is a 1.25 mile track, so it does take a bit to, or takes a bit of time to really get around to the tail end of the field and put some cars a lap down. Daniel Suarez, who started out back in this race, has only worked his way up to 27th, and his teammate is running in the top 5 right now. So I don't know if that's track position or not, but that's concerning if you're the 99 and you're that much slower than your teammate. Also, the 12 is closing in on the leader. Just 2 laps ago, the gap was 2 seconds. Now it's down to under a second and a half. I don't know if the 2 car had a bobble or something, but that may allow, if the 12 can close in at that rate, he'll be able to catch the 2, and this battle for the lead will heat up before the end of stage 1. And through turns 1 and 2, he's going to pick up another 10th or 2 of a second. The 12 all of a sudden really catching up to the 2. I don't know if he's got a tire going soft or something, or the 12's found a new groove. And the 2's about to catch some lapped cars. He's about to catch the 51 and the 14. And that could definitely slow him down. He's going to be coming to 5 to go next time around in this stage. So he might just have enough time. Well, there might not be enough time left for the 12 to catch him. But now, yeah, last time by, it went from a second and a half to a second and a 10th. And right now, Blaney catching him even more. The gap just about to be under a second down the front straightaway. 5 to go in the stage. If Blaney can keep up that momentum, he will catch that 2 car. But right now, your top 10 looking to get stage points is Cindric, Blaney, Reddick, Hamlin, and Chastain. Your top 5, then Almirola, Logano, Kyle Busch, Elliott, and Bell. Bell hangs on to that last spot in the top 10. Martin Truex Jr., the first car out, but he's the second off that 20 car. So he's really going to need to make some big pickups to get near him for that battle for the last stage point. Also, the 18 car now all over the bumper of the 22. That battle for 7th kind of heating up. But what I've seen a lot so far today is that you're able to catch a guy, but if you're not able to get by him right away, you kind of just get stalled out behind him. And just like what the 18 did, the 18 got real loose there. Real tight there coming off turn 2 and shot up the track and had to get out of the throttle. So, yeah, you're kind of able to catch a car, but once you catch him, you really can't get by him. Also, the 12 has stopped chewing into the 2's lead. I don't know if the 2 was just trying out a different line and then went back to the line he was running. But, yeah, that gap's kind of settled at about a second and a half now. It was down to under a second a lap ago. Or maybe the 12 used up his stuff now, just trying to catch the 2. We're up to 10 likes, guys. I appreciate it. I'll try to get the leaderboard up after this stage break, but right now the NASCAR website giving me issues. But all these guys are going to be really looking forward to this first pit stop, so they can have an opportunity to adjust on their cars. And Bubba Wallace is going to get by Cole Custer through turns 3 and 4. That puts the 23 car up to 15th. Also, Alex Bowman has cracked the top 20 for the first time today. But the Hendrick car is really struggling so far. Elliott, the best Hendrick car, running in 9th, and then Larson in 13th, Byron in 18th, and Bowman in 20th. Who's going to win this race? I don't know. It's still way too early to tell, but I would put my money on a Ford. And the final lap in stage 1, and the 1 makes a dive bomb on the 11 in turns 1 and 2, and it doesn't stick. Maybe he's going to try it again in turns 3 and 4. We'll see if it'll stick this time. But it looks like the 2 is going to come around and get this green-white checkered. And he will win stage 1. Austin Cindric is your stage 1 winner. Then Blaney in 2nd. Reddick 3rd. All the Penske cars look pretty strong so far, all running in the top 7. But Chase Briscoe, after blowing a tire from the lead and under green, pits, and he's able to stay just 1 lap down, just barely. So he does not get the free pass, but he'll have to, he's got a long race ahead of him to rebound. Mark, Bubba won here in a truck race, and it didn't even rain. So, I don't know. Bubba may do all right today. All these teams are really looking forward to this first pit stop. It allows them an opportunity. Sorry guys, I do speak English. I know I just kind of mess it up sometimes, but uh, this first pit stop is going to allow teams to make some adjustments. But yeah, so far we've seen under green as the run goes on. It's not easy to pass, which is not a good sign. Also, guys, thanks for hitting 1,600 subscribers last weekend. Now we're on the road to 1,700 subscribers. But, in honor of hitting 1,600 subscribers, what we're going to do this week? We're going to say Greg Biffle 1,600 times. Probably this Thursday or Friday, we'll do that live stream. Eric, you drove your 2021 Cup car Ford Mustang all white from RFK on the track yesterday. You paid $100K for your 2021 Ford Mustang RFK car. That's pretty cool. But thanks everybody who's tuned in so far. Already up to 13 likes. I appreciate it. Thanks if you've tuned in to one of the other live streams we've done this weekend. I appreciate it. If you tuned in for the Xfinity Series race at Portland yesterday, that was total chaos, that race. I will not forget that race for a long time. Okay. Also, if you do subscribe, let me know in the chat. I'll give you a shout out. I appreciate you subscribing. Okay, we're going to try and get the leaderboard up here now again. I don't know why it's not coming up, but the NASCAR website is just... I'm clicking the live leaderboard button, and it just keeps taking me to the practice board, which doesn't help me at all. Okay, fair. Finally. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay, I think it's finally adjusted itself. But now we can have the leaderboard up for you guys. So for all you guys wondering where your drivers are running, now we got that. Okay, now we've got that leaderboard up, and let's see, is it working? Hey, now we've got the leaderboard, guys. There you go. Burn It Down Nation 2.0. I got to meet Truex Jr., Dale Jr., Kelly, and Kelly Earnhardt in the same year back in 2016. That's pretty cool, Burn It Down. What track were you able to do that at? Okay, here they come down pit road for the first time today, for the first time ever in the Cup Series at Gateway. Gateway has a pretty unique pit road entrance, kind of similar to Indianapolis, but almost like, similar to Indianapolis in terms of if they entered from the turns 1 and 2 end, where it kind of separates from the racetrack and there's a grass patch in between. Oh, and did the 45 tag the pit road wall? Oh, never mind. He didn't. It's just the shadow, and he went into the shadow. That's what it looked like. But everybody taking 4 tires and fuel. And the race off pit road. Who's it going to be won by? The 2's able to beat his teammate out, and it's going to be Cindric, Blaney, Reddick, your top 3. And then Kyle Busch picks up 4 spots. Then Hamlin, Chastain, Logano, Almirola, Bell, and Elliott, your top 10. But Kyle Busch showing off that fastest pit crew in the Cup Series, picking up 4 spots on pit road, moves up to 6th or 5th, I believe. Also, guys, we're going to adjust this poll now. Majority of you guys, though, are saying Joe Gibbs or 23XI is going to win this race today. Now we're going to switch it from teams to drivers. Now we've gotten to see some of the race. Now we kind of see some of the stronger cars. Who wins? So in the one option, we'll put Cindric. And then we'll put Blaney. Those guys are 1, 2. And Chastain also, because he was really moving up through the field. And then we'll just put somebody else. And Chase Briscoe did not pit under that last caution, so he can take the wave around and get back on the lead lap. So he's going to be on slightly older tires, but he's back on the lead lap. So he was out front when he blew that tire. He definitely has enough time to rebound and get near the front again. And still, every car still in this race. Only a couple cars one lap down. That's McLeod, Kligerman, and Balicki. That first stage was pretty brief, only 45 laps. Stage 2 is 95 laps. I really don't understand what NASCAR is going with these stage lanes. I wish it was a more consistent, I wish they did it based off of percentages of the race. Like stage 1 was 25%, stage 2 is 25%, and stage 3 was 50%. Because like today, it's like stage 1 is 10%. No, stage 1's like 20%. Stage 2 is like 50%, and stage 4 is like 30%. It's like, I mean, stage 3, not stage 4. This isn't the Coke 600, but it's just really random amounts. Man, guys, there is something good cooking upstairs, and that is making me hungry. Excuse me, ladies and gents. But if you enjoy what you're seeing, I appreciate it. If you drop a like, and if you're feeling like it, hit that subscribe button. Oh boy. So in that poll, most of you guys are saying the field so far. Eric, yeah, on that Carson Hocevar injury yesterday, there's still no update yet. If we do get an update on it in the middle of the day, I'll let you guys know. But I really am interested. I hope that Carson Hocevar is okay. When they carried him off on the stretcher, he seemed to not be in too much pain. But if you listen to his in-car radio after that crash, he did not sound okay. He was yelling for help after that crash. So they said it was a lower extremity, so that was injured or something. So hopefully it's just a sprain to an ankle or something like that. I don't know, but hopefully he didn't break a foot or break a leg, because that'll be out of the truck for a little bit and probably won't have a shot at making the playoffs this year. Thank you. Thank you, Eric and Chaco, for blessing me. Burn It Down Nation 2.0. You also met Chase Capri, Max McLaughlin, Sam Mayer, and Derek Krause at a K&N race back in 2019 at Memphis International Raceway. That's pretty cool. Oh, Burn It Down. You met them at Bass Pro Shops. Thanks for subscribing as well. This year, I met just about every single Xfinity Series driver at Dover. If you ever go to Dover Motor Speedway, guys, off of turn 2 outside the racetrack, there's a bridge that goes over the racetrack, and that's the only way for people to get in and out of the track. So if you just go over there after the race, all the drivers have to walk through there. So and most of them decide to stop by and say hello or whatever. Hey, we're up to 20 viewers, guys. I appreciate it. Oh, now Kenny Walls is in the booth for stage 2, so this is going to be pretty chaotic. Appreciate everybody tuning in, though, so far. Stage 2 will be getting underway here soon. Also, I'm not sure why it says Chase Elliott's out front. That is not accurate. I'll be back in just 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry, I missed the. Okay. Blaney and Cindric side by side off turn 4. Blaney tried to take the lead from his teammate for the first time today. Down the front straightaway they go. Blaney still on the outside. Cindric led at the line by maybe an inch. But now it's Reddick to the inside of Kyle Busch for third place behind these two leaders, but they're still battling for the lead down the back straightaway, and the 12 is going to have the advantage with the 2 hanging tough on the inside. He's not clear of him yet. Blaney's going to have the preferred run off turn 4. Oh, but the 2's up the track. He takes his teammate up the track as well. Oh, boy. That was almost big. They're still out front, though, down the front straightaway. The 12 with a slight advantage over the 2, and the 2's going to tuck in line after that one. He doesn't want to take them both out here still early on in this one. But behind them, Kyle Busch and Reddick are still side by side for third. When Hamlin gets sideways down the back straightaway. And then Kyle Busch to the inside of the 2 car now. Kyle Busch was able to clear Reddick for third place. Now he's looking for more. Goes to the inside of the 2 down the front straightaway. That's for second. And the 18 dives it in on the 2, entering turns 1 and 2, and he's going to slide up and make it happen. The 2 looking for the crossover. And is he going to get the run down the back straightaway? Yes. They're side by side down the back straightaway once again. This time the 2 on the inside, the 18 on the outside. Meanwhile, Blaney's loving to see this in his rear view. He's driving away from these 2 and just checking out now by over a second. The 18 still on the outside of the 2 at the stripe. The 18 with the slight advantage. Diving into turns 1 and 2. The 18 on the outside. Is he going to be able to roll the outside good enough to get a run to clear the back straightaway? Not quite. The 2's just hanging down his quarter panel. Now he's going to tuck in line behind him in third place. But Blaney now leading by over a second. He's got a comfortable lead. Now the 2 under again. So now that the 2 cars gotten shuffled back into the pack from the lead, we'll have to see how that car handles in traffic. And Kurt Busch is going to get by Larson. That's for 10th place. But they're still battling hard back in the pack. But we saw in stage 1, after about 10 laps or so after that restart, things really started to settle down and it became a lot harder to pass. We'll see if that if that keeps happening here. Oh, Ty Dillon moved up on the 47 under that last restart. We'll have to see if the left rear of the 42 or the right rear of the 42 made contact with the left front in the 47. We'll have to see if those tires are okay. Also, this second stage is a lot longer than stage 1, 95 laps. So these guys are going to have to pit at some point. We have the 12, the 18, 2, 8, and 11, your top 5 right now. Then Logano, Chastain, Almirola, Bell, and Kurt Busch, your top 10. Chastain was making up ground under that last run, but right now he's under pressure from the 10 car for 8th. Also, Byron's worked his way up to 13th. That's the highest he's run so far today. These Hendrick cars are slowly moving forward right now, but still not near as strong as any of the Fords. The Fords are definitely the dominant car here early. Guys, I'll do my best to keep commentating as I eat this hot dog. That hot dog is great. But Kyle Busch, last time in stage 1, once the leader got out in front, you couldn't catch him. We'll see if Kyle Busch can stop that narrative here in stage 2. Elliott got a penalty under the last set of pit stops. He went to the rear and has only been able to work his way up to 29th. We saw that with Suarez in stage 1. He started out back and only worked his way up to 27th. It's just really hard to pass cars here today. And track position is just going to be key all day. Being out front is going to be the easiest part of winning this race. We'll go through the running order here real quick. So it's Blaney still out front, then Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, the rookie, doing well in third. Then you have Reddick, Logano, your top 5. Then Hamlin, Chastain, Almirola, Kurt Busch, and Bell, your top 10. Only 2 Chevrolets in the top 10 right now. That's probably the least all year. And then you have Truex, Larson, Byron, Jones, Wallace, your top 15. Then you have McDowell, Bowman, Custer, Burton, and Harvick, your top 20. And then you have Gilliland, Dillon, Suarez has only worked his way up to 23rd. Then you have AJ Allmendinger, who flew in from Portland in 24th. Then Keselowski, Ty Dillon, LaJoy, Briscoe, Elliott Stenhouse, your top 30. And then you have Zane Smith, who's making his first ever Cup Series start, filling in for Chris Buescher in 31st, still on the lead lap. That's a pretty solid job. Then you have Haley, Ware, in 32nd and 31st, or 33rd, and those are the last cars on the lead lap. Then you have Balicki, Klickerman, and McLeod, each 1 lap down. Oh, and the caution is out, but of course it's under commercial break, so we don't know what for yet. My guess is for debris. But this is the first caution of the day for incident. Or, well, maybe it's not for incident, but whatever it's for, this is the first caution of the day that's not for a stage break. And now we're going to take another bite out of this hot dog. I'm trying to eat this hot dog under caution, so that way, me talking right now is not as important. Man, they're still under commercial break, so I just don't know. Oh, and it's the 11 car, Denny Hamlin. Oh, the 1 puts the 11 car in the wall. And so, yeah, Hamlin's not going to be happy about that. That's for sure. And he's probably going to be out of this race. No, yeah, the 1 literally just put him right in the wall. That was 100% Chastain's fault. Now, the 1's been trying to get by the 11 for a long time today, so he's probably getting pretty frustrated with him. But, I mean, he just popped him in the wall. As simple as that. And the 11 broke a right rear toe link. And I don't know if they're going to be able to replace that fast enough. But Chastain out here taking names in only stage 2. But that's going to take Hamlin from the highest of highs, winning the Coke 600 last week, to the lowest of lows. And everybody's pitting for tires here. But this is going to help the 14 now. He can get on the same tires of everybody else. Oh, and that they put the 11 car back out on track, but the right rear tire is just bobbling around right now. Oh, and Zane Smith spins into his pit stall after getting tagged off the nose of the 34. Zane Smith making his first ever Cup Series start for Chris Buescher, who's got COVID this weekend. And yeah, that 11 car is done. That car is just bouncing around. That's not going to be able to get fixed in time to get him back out there with the damaged clock. So he is definitely not going to be happy with Chastain after that. If I was Chastain, I would be pretty scared right now. You've made the 19 mad as well as the 11 mad. So you're already halfway through pissing off the entirety of Joe Gibbs. So, and we're not even halfway through this season. I know they only pitted a couple laps ago, so I really am surprised that they're all coming down pit road, but I don't know. I guess it's just as a caution since we saw the 14 have tire issues in stage 1. And since they haven't had that many, I mean, we've only had 2 cautions so far. This is only their second set of tires. So it's not like they're going to worry about running out of tires right now. So there's no point in, I guess, not pitting. Yeah, Mark, he will hunt Ross down. Yeah, because there's really no reason for Ross to do that. I mean, he just punted him. I mean, the 11 didn't really get into him at any point in this. I mean, unless we missed something, the 11 didn't get into the 1 at any point. And the 1 just sent him right into the wall. It wasn't even like a tap out of the way. Like the 11, there's no way the 11 was not going into the wall on that one. But I think we're going to see a lot of that today. It's just been hard to pass all day, and I think that's really going to get drivers pretty frustrated, and they're going to be really willing to use the bumper as the day goes on. Well, appreciate everybody's tuned in so far, already up to 16 likes. I'd appreciate if we get up to 20. Also, if you enjoy what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button, guys. We hit 1,600 subscribers last week. Now we're on the road to 1,700 subscribers. Oh. And it does look like, though, if I'm not mistaken, a decent amount of drivers may have stayed out, but we'll see once the leaderboard updates. Mark, do Hamlin and Ross have history? I don't think Hamlin and Ross have history, unless there's in one of the lower series. Ball, he must have been driving NASCAR ignition before the race because you always take him out while you're driving. I guess Hamlin is probably one of the most taken out drivers in NASCAR video games. Him or Logano or Kyle Busch, that's for sure. We'll see here now once the leaderboard sets. Yeah, this is a really tight pit road here at Gateway, and we just saw under the last set of pit stops 2 incidents. The 17 gets tagged into his pit stall, and the 45 makes slight contact with the 5 trying to get out of his pit stall and avoid the 14 car that was pitting in front of him. But here they come to get the green flag. The 22 on the inside, the 18 on the outside. Then you have the 1, the second car on the outside. Is he going to make another aggressive move here? Your top 4 or 5 stayed out under the last caution. And the 18 up the track, making sure the 1 can't get to his outside. Chastain was looking for something, but the 18 is going to clear the 22, and so will the 1 maybe. Chastain with a great restart on the outside, giving the 18 a push to clear the 22, and now he's trying to get by the 22 himself. Off turn 4, though, the 22 gets a great run through the apex of turns 3 and 4, and he's going to be able to slide up into second place. And they are just all over the field trying to make down the front straightaway. It's been crazy on these restarts. We have Elliott in 6th on this right now. He stayed out under the last set of pit stops to get track position back from that penalty he had at the end of stage 1. And the 12 is going to send it in on Chastain through turns 3 and 4. And he's going to get tight, though, in the middle of turns 3 and 4. And he's going to try and turn down off corner exit. They'll stay side by side down the front straightaway. The 1 with a great restart, but now a couple of laps after that, the guys are starting to get by him. And the 12 makes a move to the inside of the 1. And, oh, he's just not quite able to clear him off turn 2. The 1 just stays on that corner panel of Blaney. And they're going to keep this battle alive in turns 3 and 4. Sorry, guys. Sorry, just realized the leaderboard was off. Chastain saying that him crashing the 11 was unintentional, which I'm not very surprised by because it just seems way too early for him to purposely crash somebody. But nevertheless, I mean, you just took somebody out of the race for basically no reason. And the 11's definitely not going to be happy about that. And now the 12 of Blaney finally The 12 of Blaney finally completes that pass for third off turn 4. And now the 2 trying to get by the 1. In turns 1 and 2. Oh, God. The 2's not able to slide up and clear him. But right now, Penske looking really strong. All 3 Penske cars in the top 5 right now. But today, so far, the one consistent thing is that the Hendrick Chevrolets are just non-existent near the front of the field. And the Chevys in general are struggling outside of Chastain and Reddick. And Hamlin's still on track. He's 3 laps down. So Hamlin is still in this race. So we'll have to see if the one repays the favor. Oh, the 24 way up the track in turns 3 and 4. He's probably going to lose 3 or 4 spots as a result. He's going to drop back from 12th place to 16th at least. And the 2's going to make a slide job in turns 1 and 2. The 1 looking for the crossover. And now Chastain's to the inside of the 2. He's going to, he gives him a intense side draft down the back straightaway, even making contact. And the 1 is, just not going to be able to stay on the corner panel of the 2 down the front straightaway. And Hamlin, though, 3 laps down, 2 seconds off the pace. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just staying out there so he can hunt down that 1 car and give him a bit of his own treatment. Corey LaJoie has gone to the garage, though, for some sort of mechanical issue. Spire Motorsports has just had a really tough stretch of races the last month or so. They've had at least 1 retirement in just about every race, if not both their cars retiring. But your top 10, though: Kyle Busch, Logano, Blaney, Cindric, Chastain, Elliott, McDowell, Truex, Almirola, Reddick, and Reddick rounds out your top 10. Those tater tots are slapping. But we're going to be coming to 60 to go in stage 2 here. Walter, to me, pole sitter Chase Briscoe could win this whole race to become the first rookie to have 2 wins and join Ross Chastain and William Byron and Danny Hamlin. Well, Chase Briscoe's not a rookie, but otherwise, I agree with everything else you said. Almirola trying to make a move to the inside of the 19. The 8 of Reddick almost made it 3 wide. Back down of it at the last second. Yeah, right now, just your Hendrick guys, if you're wondering where they're running. If you're wondering where any drive running, just ask me in the chat and I'll give you an update. But Chase Briscoe's only been able to work his way up to 24th. He's back in the game, but it's just so hard to pass. It's going to take him 120 laps to catch him. Oh, and the 11, putting the 1 all the way down on the apron. Oh, he did. Oh, he did not let him just go by. Oh, boy. Just Chastain, he's got to be hiding from that 11 car the rest of the day. Yeah, Hamlin going another lap down. Now he's down to 4. Honestly, I would not mind Chastain getting taken out here. I'm not that I don't like Chastain, but he has just been really aggressive and kind of taking out drivers right and left so far this year. It's about time that he gets a taste of his own medicine. 31 Barracuda, does Bubba have a shot? I don't know. Right now he's running in 14th. I think he's definitely going to finish top 10 in this race. He's made quite a few good passes throughout the day. But I don't know if he's got a shot at winning this one yet. But yeah, Larson down in 18th. He is just struggling today, man. Okay, guys, just hold on 1 second here. I'll be back in just a moment. We're back. Just had to get another hot dog. And we've got a couple more subscribers, guys. I appreciate it. Still approaching that 1,700 subscriber mark after just hitting 1,600 last weekend with the Coke 600 live stream. That was a huge stream for us, guys. Our biggest stream of the year last week. Right now, not quite on pace to follow that up again, but anything can happen. Already up to almost 20 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody tuning in, and I appreciate it if you do subscribe. We've gotten 5 new subscribers already today. 93 subs from 1,700 now. Last weekend we gained like 100 subs. So I don't know. Maybe we'll hit 1,700 this weekend somehow. That'd be crazy. But right now, your top 10 after that kind of commercial break. It's Kyle Busch, Logano, Blaney, Cindric, Chastain, Elliott, Truex, McDowell, Reddick, and Almirola. How about Michael McDowell with some strategy has worked his way into the top 10? Right now, though, track position is key. If you can get out front, it's super hard to chase you down. Also, Cindric, who passed Chastain early on the last restart, now under pressure from that one car again. Oh, and the 18's putting the 11 a lap down. So you know what that means is the 1 and the 11 are about to have another encounter with 50 to go in stage 2. If you guys did not know, the 1 put the 11 in the wall in stage 2 at the very beginning. Now, according to the 1, it was on accident, and it probably was on accident, but he took the 11 out of the race there early on for just about no reason. And now the groove is just really widening out here, guys. It's actually pretty entertaining to see. Yesterday in the truck race, guys were running just about as close to the curb as they could. But today, especially in turns 1 and 2, they are actually getting almost closer to the wall than they are to the curb. Yeah, the 1 versus the 11 providing us some great early drama here. Last time they came together, the 11 put the 1 all the way down on the apron. I would not be surprised if the 11 tries to get into the 1 here again. Oh, they're slowly catching the third 11. They're going to probably come near him next time down the front straightaway. They are. Hopefully Cindric doesn't get caught up and this is the innocent victim. Here they are down the front straightaway. The 2's going by. The 1 about to go by, the 11 on the outside. What's the 11 going to do? Oh, he just crosses up right in front of the nose of the 11. Oh, and now the 11 brake checking the 1. Oh my gosh, the 11's definitely getting black flagged. The 11's going to get black flagged, and I don't know if he's going to be out. If he does, that might be it there. He didn't take the 1 out of the race, which I think he was trying to take the 1 out, but he didn't. Oh, they're showing Justin Marks right now, the owner of that car. Just like, what's he doing? But at the same time, I mean, I know you're like, he's being an idiot, but at the same time, if you're the owner of the 11, you'd probably be like, okay, you go out there and tell him, oh, the 12's in the wall. The 12's in the wall. Another tire failure, guys. The left rear again, and the 12 has a tire failure. Our second tire failure of the day, and not even 100 laps into this race. So far, they've both been on Fords, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But the 12 was one of the strongest cars today. Doesn't look like that car has too much damage, but they're probably going to lose a lap here. It looks like he made contact with the outside wall. He just has to hope he didn't break a toe link or anything. It doesn't look like he did yet. Yeah, and yep, that left rear just goes around. He's just able to hang on to it. Actually, he just barely taps the wall with the rear end. But so yeah, that car's fine. But he's going to lose all that track position, guys, and it has just been so hard to pass. Track position is the free pass should be the 77 of Josh Bilicki, and that with 32 cars on the lead lap. Only 1 car out of this race. That's Corey LaJoy. Denny Hamlin is the only car also who's had an issue, and he's 5 laps down. But yeah, guys who have gone to the back and who have worked their way forward. Daniel Suarez started this race out back and has only worked his way up to 19th. Chase Briscoe led this race early and had to go to the rear at the end of stage 1, and he's only worked his way up to 27th. The 9 also had to go to the rear, but they pulled strategy to get that track position back, and I think that's going to be the only way you can make up a lot of spots is if you pull a really bold strategy. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of lap traffic in this race, guys. This is a pretty short track in terms of distance, only 1.25 miles, but the laps are just over 35 seconds. And we're not getting that many long runs. Similar to the Coke 600 last weekend, there's just not lap traffic really for the leaders. And that also really helps the leader just check out on the field because they don't have to worry about passing anybody. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in, though, so far, guys. Already up to 20 likes, guys. I appreciate it. But we got 30 people watching and we got 20 likes, guys. Can we get it? 30 people watching and 30 likes. I'd appreciate it. And also, we've gotten about 5 new subscribers already. So thanks for that. Believe it or not, guys, already up to almost 400 viewers on the day. And now here they come entering pit road. And it looks like quite a few cars are going to stay out, which I don't think is a very smart idea just because we've seen these tire failures. Yeah, no, just because we've seen all these issues with the tires, I don't think staying out here is smart. But at least 5 or 10 cars are going to do so, led by Tyler Reddick. Hot dog doing great. It's doing me greatness today. That's not proper English, but who cares? And it does look like Ryan Blaney actually is able to stay on the lead lap. He might end up losing one lap, but I think he might actually be able to stay out here and stay on the lead lap, or at least be, if he is one lap down, he'd be only one of like 2 cars that are a lap down. So should be able to easily get that free pass. But I'll let you know who stayed out here in just a moment once the leaderboard cycles around. Ball, you don't care who wins now. You're just looking forward to a post-race fight between Chastain and Hamlin. I don't think we're going to see a post-race fight, because I think Hamlin will cool down a bit by then. But also, we're going to end the poll, guys, because now Blaney is kind of out of this one. We'll change it up a bit. Oh. Who wins at Gateway? Okay, so option 1, we will put Kyle Busch, because he was just out front. And then we'll put Joey Logano. Joe Log. And then we will put Chase Elliott, because now he has track. Or wait, no. We'll put Tyler Reddick. And then we'll put the field. There. Now we've got the updated poll in the chat. Feel free to go ahead and vote. Also, feel free to go ahead and like and subscribe. See what I did there? See what I did there? Trying to be smooth with it. Eric, I'll read the chat now. Sorry, I was just checking out some things. Walter, Ross the boss, Chastain, Ross the boss. I don't know, man. He's definitely acting like the boss against Denny Hamlin, putting him out of the race here early. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in so far. Thank you if you tuned in last weekend and you subscribed during that massive stream for the Coke 600. Appreciate it if you're back again this weekend. Or if you've been subscribed for over a year. We are approaching, this week is actually the 2-year anniversary of this channel on June 9th. So far, though, the first race here at Gateway for the NASCAR Cup Series, providing us some pretty good entertainment between the feud between the 11 and the 1. I'd say so far the only thing is that once you get out front, you can just drive away. But now it's going to be interesting. We're going to see a lot of guys on old tires. I believe the first 5 or 6 rows are all guys that did not pit. We'll see if that strategy works out. It's McDowell on the inside, Reddick on the outside. McDowell on the outside, Reddick on the inside. Through the guy restart zone they go. The 34 with a great launch. And McDowell might be able to slide down and clear the 8 for the lead here in turns 1 and 2. And McDowell is your leader off turn 2. And Reddick's now 3 wide with the 10 and the 20. Oh, the 8 is sideways down the back straightaway. And Almirola is up to 2nd. Bell trying to steal 3rd. Then you have Jones in 5th. Man, they are 3 wide back in the pack. Larson on the inside of 3 wide with a couple other cars. This is chaos. Those guys. Oh, and the 9 is sideways. The 9 sideways off turn 4. The 23 spins. And the 21 has nowhere to go. And he makes slight contact with the 9, but they're okay. Okay, every car should be fine. There's honestly very minimal contact between just about any car there. The 21 and the 9 make it had a slight bump, but every car should be totally fine. But the 9 was on the outside of 3 wide there. Oh, it was Ross. Was it Ross again? No, wait. Was it Ross or was it just Elliott? Chastain crashes out Chase Elliott, and Chastain makes more enemies today. Chastain spinning Elliott. Oh boy. Off to Chastain's definitely making enemies today. He's just taken out. Well, that one I wouldn't say is too much his fault. That one you could. I'd say that's more so actually Dylan's fault, but I really wouldn't say it's okay. Now I wouldn't point the blame on Chastain as much, seeing another angle of it. That's just tight 3 wide racing right there. But yeah, that was the 9 being on the outside of 3 wide and the cars coming up underneath him and just making contact with him. But the 23 also spun off the nose of the 21 in avoidance, but no cars have significant damage. But the 9, the 21, and the 23 will all be dropping to the rear here. The only damage the 9 has is on the front nose, and that's just when the 48 just barely skimmed the front nose of the 9. But it's just purely cosmetic damage. But that's going to lose those guys all their track position here. Also, I think the 11 may have gone to the garage. Yes, Denny Hamlin has gone to the garage, so he's done for the day. So we won't see any more feuds between the 1 and the 11 today, we think. But yeah, right now your top 10 is now McDowell after that restart. He was able to take the lead. Then you have Almirola, Bell, Reddick, Jones, your top 5. Then Harvick, Busch, Suarez, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, your top 10. Then you have Larson, Gilliland, Cindric, Dillon, Logano, Chastain, Bowman, Truex, Keselowski, and Custer, your top 20. The free pass from that one, I should be the 78 of BJ McLeod, and he should get back on the lead lap here now. So that'll put 33 cars on the lead. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Already up. We got people watching right now. I appreciate it. But we got 40 people watching and we got 20 likes, guys. Can we get a couple more likes? I'd appreciate it. Also, we're on the road to 1,700 subscribers. So I appreciate it if you subscribe. And we just had somebody else subscribe. So now we're at 92 subs from 1,600. So we will update what it says on the screen. Ball, Hamlin has gone to sit on the naughty step. Yeah, no. Hamlin's done for today. He has been parked by, well, maybe he hasn't been parked, but he has parked himself. I mean, that car was so far off the pace. He was only out there to try and cause some issues for the 1. But I don't think he's going to let the 1 off that easily. I think he's going to be back for more next weekend or at some point. Hamlin won't forget that. I mean, the 1 just crashed him for no reason at all. Now, the 1 just kind of partially took out the 9, but that was more so hard racing and them being 3 wide. And he's lucky that if the 9 was totaled, then it'd be different. But the 9 got basically no damage and is okay. But, so Chastain, he may piss off some Elliott fans, but overall, it's going to be all right, that one. And we've gotten another subscriber. Now I got updated again, guys. 91 subs from 1,700. Appreciate it if you're tuning in again. If you were part of that massive stream last weekend for the Coke 600 when we hit 1,600 subscribers. Yeah, Chase isn't done. Chase is fine. Yeah, Chase is fine. Bubba's fine. The 21 is fine as well, but he probably has the most damage. But the 21 already got damage when he got into the side of the 77 earlier. But this race has already been drama-filled, that's for sure. Thanks to everybody tuning in today. Gonna take another bite of this beautiful hot dog. Right now, the poll, it's a tie between Kyle Busch or the field. Who you think is going to win? But right now, your top 10 or so are out front because they did not pit under the last caution. So they're kind of out there on strategy, but I do have to say the 34, 10, and 20, and the 8, honestly, all the cars that stayed out are fast cars. So it's not like guys who are running outside the top 10 stayed out to get the lead. All those cars on the top 5 are running in the top 5 when they decide to stay out. But the lights are out on the pace car, so we will get the green flag next time by. It's McDowell on the outside and Almirola to his inside. Then you have Bell and Reddick making up row number 2. And the one thing we've seen today is that track position is key, guys. So if you can get out front, even if it means staying out on a cycle of pit stops, it is worth it. Oh, and wait, Hamlin is still out on the track, guys. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now the 1 is in a sandwich between the 11 and the 9. The 2 cars he spun out at the back of the field, but that's a whole nother incident. Here they come through the Geico restart zone. The 34 on the outside of the 10, and he's going to get a great launch. Once again, Michael McDowell has been the restart master the last 2 times, and they go into turns 1 and 2. But the 10's hanging tough on the inside. Somebody's up the track. Oh, and the 9 gives a shot to the 1, and the 11 gives a shot to the 1. Oh, boy, this is great. Oh, this is great. The 1 gets sent up the track by the 9 and then gets sent up the track by the 11. Oh, he is just getting a taste of his own medicine today. The 34, though, out front over the 10. The 10's looking for a window to get by, but he's not able to get by him now. Man, this is hilarious. Chastain at the back of the field getting bullied by the 2 cars he's crashed today, and now the 11's still pushing him all over the track. But then it's Reddick, L, Jones, your top 5. The 11's still trying to roadblock the 1 around the racetrack. They're going to get a lap down here soon. But at the same time, I don't blame the 9 or the 11 because they've been taken out for no reason by 1. But the 10's got to the inside of the 34 down the front straightaway. Eric Almirola looking to take the lead with 32 to go in stage 1. This is probably the one time I've seen people cheer for Denny Hamlin, as he is just trying to give Chastain the hardest time he can. But anyways, McDowell still holds on to that lead over Almirola. Then it's Reddick, Bell, Jones, your top 5. The first car on fresh tires, Kyle Busch in 8th. Chastain still hasn't gotten by the 11, and if he is considered to be damaged from that last caution, then he must make minimum speed here. And if he doesn't make minimum speed, then he will, be parked. Oh, so the 1's finally gotten by the 11, but now he still has to worry about the 9. The 10 is looking for some way to get by this 34 car. So, on the last restart, though, Chastain was right in front of the 9, who he just spun out under the last caution, and the 9 just full throttled the 1 there into turns 1 and 2, and then he gave him another bump, and the 1 just stayed out on the wall, but then 11 came up and cut off the 1. So Chastain making enemies today. But thanks to everybody who's tuning in. But Michael McDowell still out front. Might be able to steal stage win here if he's able to make it to the end. But also, staying out on these old tires is actually working for these guys for now. They're able to keep that track position. The only thing they have to worry about is having a tire failure. I don't know if those tires will be able to stay alive till the finish. That'd be the only thing I'd be worried about. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Chase. They got a bit of tape on the front grille, but that car should be fine. But he's just going to have to make up all that track position he lost. But honestly, outside of that feud between the 1, the 11, and the 9, this race has been pretty underwhelming, but that feud has really brought this race to life. But McDowell has had no breathing room on this restart. The 10 is all over him. But the one issue we've seen so far today is that it is hard to pass. Like, it is hard to pass. McDowell is definitely slower than Almirola and the 8 car who's catching up to him, but they're not able to get by. Just finished off the second hot dog. The 8 looking to the inside of the 10 off turn 4 for second place. Meanwhile, though, your top 10, McDowell, Almirola, Reddick, Bell, Kurt Busch, Jones, Suarez, Kyle Busch, Cedric Harvick, and Harvick holds on to that last stage point for now. Suarez and Kyle Busch side by side for 7th place. Kyle Busch trying to go by on the fresh tires, and he's going to make that pass happen. Kyle Busch up to 7th. The next car he's going to be looking to get by is Eric Jones in 6th. $25 to go in stage 2. Only one car out of this race so far. That's the 7 of Corey LaJoie for mechanical issues. Checking in on that poll, guys. The majority of you guys still voting for Kyle Busch. But we're seeing a lot of the guys who do good on the flat tracks doing good right now. You got Almirola, Reddick, Bell all in the top 5. Now McDowell's leading, but kind of by unique strategy. In the 8, looking to the inside of the 10 off turn 2, but it is just so hard to pass here today, guys. That's the one thing we are learning. It is hard to pass. Also, Kyle Busch, though, has gotten by Eric Jones for 6th on the fresh tires. Now he'll be looking to get by his brother Kurt for 5th here soon. So far, though, the first ever race at Gateway in the Cup Series is delivering. Also, I appreciate it. Almost 50 people watching right now, but we only got 20 likes, guys. Could we get a couple more likes? I'd appreciate it. Logano and Truex side by side for 12th. Larson all over the bumper of the 4 as they enter turns 3 and 4. He's looking to get by him for 10th place. On the outside of turns 3 and 4, Larson to the outside of Harvick, down the front straightaway. Harvick didn't pit, so he's on older tires than the 5, and the 5s are going to go by him down the front. Larson's up to 10th for the first time today. Larson's in the top 5. I mean, top 10. Top 5 still seems like far away for Kyle Larson. And now Logano's going to go by the outside of the 4 off turn 2. And Kurt Busch trying to get by the 20 of Christopher Bell for 4th. He's on the inside of the 20 in turns 3 and 4. And is he going to accelerate? Yes, he will. The 45 is up to 4. Bell looking for a crossover somewhere, and he's not going to find it. Kyle Busch is closing in on these 2 Toyotas, though. Meanwhile, McDowell still out front. He's led over 20 laps already today, and he's going to be looking to maybe steal a stage win here. But Kyle Larson still holds on to that tentatively last stage point. And we're up to 25 likes, guys. I appreciate it. On the road to 1,700 subscribers, guys. Appreciate it if you subscribe as well. And the 11 under pressure from the 19. The 19 rolls the inside really well in turns 1 and 2, but he's not able to slide up and clear the 22. 20 to go here in stage 2 has been filled with drama so far. But Mike McDowell is still leading as the 45 looks to the inside of the 8 down the front straightaway. Kurt Busch looking to pick up 3rd. That 45 car starting to come to life. Kurt Busch looking for a way by the 8 car, trying to pick up third place so he can set his sights on Eric Almirola in second. But staying out on old tires was definitely the strategy. Only one car who pitted for fresh tires running in the top, or 2 cars running in the top 10, and that's the 18 and 6th and the 5 and 10th. The 45 looking for a way down the back straightaway. They enter turns in 4. The 45 run a bit of a lower line than the 8. He's going to look for a move on the inside. That's really the only way you can get by somebody. Most people aren't willing to give you that high line because the high line is where you can get that momentum. But the 45 is able to get to the quarter panel of the 8 down the front straightaway. He's going to side draft Reddick. And now he's got the advantage as they enter turns 1 and 2. But they've got the lap car coming up of the 11. But the 11 is going to set the pick for his driver on the outside. And that's going to box in the 8 most likely. Oh, well, never mind. Now the 11 just moved out of the way. But the 45 is still on the corner panel of the 8. The 20 also entering this battle now. You've got 3 Toyotas trying to get by the 1 RCR Chevrolet of Tyler Reddick right now with 16 to go in stage 2 here at Gateway. In the 45, so once again to the inside in turns 1 and 2. He's going to try and turn that apex. Oh, and Chastain's encountering the 9 car once again. Looks like Elliott's going to let him by for now. That bump he gave him on the last restart might have been all he wanted to do. He's definitely going to race him hard, but I don't think he's going to be willing to put him out of the way. Oh! And the 9 makes contact with the 78. And that's actually pretty big damage for the 9 car. And the 45 to the inside of the 8, though, still he can't get by him. And the 18's gotten by the 20 for 5th behind these guys. If the 18 can get by these 2 cars, he may actually have a shot at getting the stage win. So Chastain was passing the 9 once again, and the 9 tried to pinch him down, but then the 78 comes in, and because the 9 kind of checked up, the 78 had nowhere to go and just kind of ran into the back of the 9. Pretty minimal damage for both those cars, but that was kind of a karma moment for Chase Elliott. Kyle Larson catching up to the 2 car. Try and get by him for 9th. And Larson's gotten by Centric. He's up to 9th place, but it is quite a way up the road. It's quite a ways up the road to the next car on track, Suarez, who's in 8th. But it is just so hard to pass when you're behind somebody and you know you're faster than them, but you can't get by. That's what's really making these drivers angry. And that's what's making these guys get frustrated and pushing that just a bit too far. And the 20 was able to get by his teammate, Cendric, and that's for 10th place. Now Logano's hanging on to a stage point, but Truex is right on his bumper. Kurt Busch is almost like he's side by side with the 8 through the middle of turns 1 and 2. This might be his best shot at getting by him. Off turn 2, he just can't get by him. Like Kurt Busch can just not find a way by that 8 car. Now the 18 is going to be joining this battle, and he'll go by both of them here soon, most likely. But if Kyle Busch wants a shot at this stage win, he's going to have to get by these guys quick because they're 2.5 back from the leader, Michael McDowell. So he's going to need to make some passes happen. Oh, Bubba Wallace into the wall. Oh, but Bubba gets put in the wall by Stenhouse. So even more, just more rivalries are brewing now. The 47 puts the 23 in the wall. And now the 11 giving the 47 a hard time. I mean, Hamlin, okay, I know he's your driver, but... Or wait, oh, was this the 11s? Okay, I don't know. This was... So the 23 gets just spun by the 47 right in front of the 11. And Hamlin's like, you can't just go wreck one of my cars. So he gasses up and tries to put the 47 in the wall. Hamlin is he's getting a bit too immature today. I'm not going to lie. Also, though, I do think the 9 is hurt, guys. It didn't look like he had a lot of damage, but he's way off the pace right now. Or he's nowhere near top 10 speed. But Stenhouse trying to keep his streak of 4 top 10s alive here at Gateway. That team struggled this weekend for speed, but he might have a shot at sneaking in here and stay in the final stage if he's able to make up enough ground. Oh my gosh, some fan is wearing an "Oh no, not Ricky" t-shirt, referring to Ricky Stenhouse causing so many incidents. And now everybody's coming to pit road just about with 10 to go on the stage, but Kurt Busch, Kyle Larson are going to stay out. I assume a lot of the guys who pitted under the last caution are going to stay out here. And yep, I'm right with that prediction. Kyle Busch is going to come into pit, but there's going to be at least 5 or 6 cars that stay out here for the stage points, because you could definitely stay out here and get some stage points, because fresh tires are not making big enough of a difference. But the drama continues as now we've got possible beef between the 47 and the 23. Also, guys, I appreciate it. We're almost to 60 people watching right now, but we've only got 26 likes. Could we get a couple more likes? I'd appreciate it. Also, somebody's got a penalty coming their way as there's a fuel can out of the pit box. Not quite sure who that belongs to. Oh, and that's going to belong to the 8 car of Tyler Reddick. That's tough luck for that team. They're going to have to go to the rear of the field. They were definitely a top 5 car, but it's going to take a while for them to rebound from that one. Also, guys, we're on the road to 1,700 subscribers, and we've just subbed. Now we're 90 subs from 1,700 as we've just hit 1.61K. And if you do subscribe, let me know in the chat. I want to give you a shout out because I appreciate it if you subscribe, but also I appreciate it if you've been subscribed for years or if you're just subscribing now. We're going to get a restart here. And it'll probably get restarted with just about 5 to go in the stage. So it's just going to be a short sprint here. And whoever gets that best launch on this restart will probably be able to hold on for this stage win. But still, even with all the bumping and banging we've seen today, there's still 35 cars in this race. Only one retirement, and that's Corey LaJoy, and that's not even for incident. He just had a mechanical issue. Eric, yeah, I know you've been subbed for a while now. Ooh, and now the free pass, I think, will go to the 15, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Parker Kligerman going to pit here. But also, the 51 and the 78 are staying out here. And I think they're not going to pit here, or are they? We'll see. I think they might just be hitting pit road now. But only 6 cars stayed out. Larson, Custer, Stenhouse, Byron, and Haley all stayed out here. So that's probably enough cars to where the guys on fresh tires won't be able to get past them all before the end of the stage. But and Kurt Busch is going to go high. Larson will go low. Custer will go high. Stenhouse will go low. Byron will go low. Haley will go high. And then Truex and Almirola, both on fresh tires, both go high. And Chase Elliott's going to hit pit road once again. Probably just trying to adjust that car a bit more after the damage they've gotten from that earlier incident. But we're going to see who's going to win this restart here between Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson, and who will pick up this stage win, the stage 2 win here today. Okay, they're going to get restarted with 6 to go in the stage. Who's going to be able to hold on? The first fresh tires are back in row. I don't think they're going to be able to get all the way up to the lead, but they'll probably be able to make at least a couple moves happen. We still may see another caution. We've seen some crazy moves on these restarts. They haven't resulted in a crash. Well, actually, I take that back. They did result in a crash on the last restart. Maybe that'll happen again here. We got the 45 and the 5. And that outside line gets a good jump once again. We're starting to see the outside line can get formed up quite a bit better than the inside, it looks like. But through turns 1 and 2, the 45's not clear of the 5 just yet. The run though off the high side, and Kurt Busch to the lead. Then it's Larson, Custer, Stenhouse, and Truex makes move to the inside of Stenhouse, now down the back straightaway. Kyle Busch has worked his way up to 5th, and they're 3 wide back in the pack. Justin Haley has gotten shoveled out here fast on this restart. Oh, and Kyle Busch and Truex are coming, man. Wow, I did not think those fresh tires would be that big of a difference, but Kyle Busch just made a bold move off turn 4. And Kyle Busch is going to make a move to the inside of Custer in turns 1 and 2. I don't know if that one's going to stick. Truex looking to get by Larson, though. Truex is going to get by Larson down the back straightaway. Truex up to 2nd, and Toyota, and with Kyle Busch up to 4th now as he gets by Custer. Kurt Busch, though, out front over Truex, then Larson, Kyle Busch, Custer, your top 5. I don't think Kyle Busch is going to have time to get to that lead, or Martin Truex. Stenhouse trying to hold on here in this top 10, get some stage points. I don't think it's going to happen. He's running in 8th right now, but with 4 to go, I think they're going to be able to get by him. Truex has taken a huge arc in turns 3 and 4, higher up the track than anybody else, trying to get a run on Kurt Busch, who's in the lead. 3 to go. Kyle Busch now on the bumper of the 5. He's going to make a move to the inside of Larson in turns 1 and 2. Kyle Busch looking like the strongest car right now. Kyle and Kyle battling for 3rd place. Who's going to win? I just know it's going to be a Kyle. And Kyle Busch will slide up and take 3rd spot from Kyle Larson. Coming to 2 to go. Truex with that huge arc in turn 4 again. He's taken about a 1/10 of a second out of the gap under the last lap. He's going to be close to the 45 with 1 to go next time by. Will he be able to make anything happen with it? Stenhouse with 2 to go is just holding on to that final stage point, but Byron's probably going to be able to get by him. Meanwhile, Almirola goes by Custer, and Suarez trying to go by Custer as well here. Coming to the white flag. Will Truex be able to have a shot at the 45 for the stage lead? Or, well, for the stage win? Man, I'm just butchering English right now. Bell going by Custer now, and Suarez also trying to get by him. Whoa, they're wide for 10th, the 12, the 24, and the 47 on the final lap. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway. Stenhouse on the outside of the 12 and the 24. They're 3 wide in turns 3 and 4, and the 12 sends it in deep. Oh, and the 47 up the track. Yeah, that left front definitely soft on the 47. And the 12 is going to steal that last stage point, and Suarez just isn't able to hang on. In your free pass after this one will be Parker Kligerman, and that'll put just about every car still in this race on the lead lap. We've had so many cautions and so many short runs. But your top 10 at the end of the stage: Kurt Busch, Truex, Kyle Busch. So 3 Toyotas in the top 3. Then Larson, Almirola, your top 5. Then Bell, Suarez, Custer, Jones, Blaney, your top 10. Then Byron just misses out on stage points, as well as Michael McDowell. But now when these guys pit who stayed out under this last restart, they're going to have to make up so much track position. It's really going to hurt. Kurt, Larson. I'm not sure if Truex pitted or not. Truex pitted, so yeah. But Kurt, Larson, I think Suarez, Custer, Stenhouse, Haley, those guys are going to pit, and they're just going to fall so far back here. But this final stage about to get underway. It's going to be about 95 laps this final stage. Stage 2 and Stage 3 are just about equal today. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We're up over 50 viewers right now, and we're almost to 30 likes, guys. I appreciate if we can get up to 30 or maybe 40 or even 50 likes, guys. So if we could get 50 likes, that'd be a pretty big day. Also, guys, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing, guys. They've already gotten about 10 new subscribers today, so I appreciate it. And I appreciate it very much. On the road to 1,700, guys. But you know what? We hit 1,600 last weekend, so you know what we're going to do this week in honor of that? We are going to say Greg Biffle 1,600 times on a live stream, I believe, this Thursday evening. That will also be the 2-year anniversary of this channel. So stay tuned for that. And we're up to 30 likes, guys. I appreciate it. I'll check back in on the chat. Yeah, Eric, I saw what you said. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on today. Alan, never say never with Kyle. Which Kyle are you talking about? I feel like both Kyles apply to that one. But we're going to end this poll here, and we're going to switch it again. I think Kyle Busch is going to win it today, guys. Going into this final stage, unless something happens, Kyle Busch is looking really strong. It's going to be, so we'll put Kyle Busch as an option in the poll. I feel like we should put Martin Truex because he's also looking strong. I mean, any of the Toyotas pretty much. And then after Truex, who else will say? Who else is doing pretty good today? I don't know. Honestly, I'm just going to say Christopher Bell because Christopher Bell actually also is looking pretty good. Christopher Bell looking for that first win of the season. Now here they come pit road, and actually it looks like about 10 or so cars will come down pit road. Kurt Busch or Larson, who stayed out, but still that's definitely not preferable. But then again, they did get the stage points, and Kurt Busch, you got the win and that playoff point. So it's probably going to be worth it to those guys. Oh, we've got another subscriber, guys. So now we're up to 89 subs from 1,600, and we're up to 1,700. I'm so used to saying 1,600. Now I got to get used to saying 1,700. Our 89 subs from 1,700. I just did it again. But today's race so far has been pretty in between the battles. But I do have to say the actual raw racing, 10 laps into a run, this racing is pretty much a dud. You know, I'd say pretty much the actual racing on track has been, I'd say, pretty yikes, to be honest. We're almost approaching a 1-year anniversary from when we started doing these NASCAR live stream, guys. The first live stream we did, I believe, was actually this time last year. Sonoma was one of the first ones we ever did. And is Sonoma next week already? I think Sonoma in 2 weeks. I can't remember now. But yeah, it's been picking up for us, man. This channel is just blown up the last 2 weekends, guys. Actually, we've had a couple big weekends this year, but this is like the first 2 weekends where we've had consecutive good streams. Now we've got already almost to 800 viewers on the day, guys. I mean, we've only got 50 people watching right now, but almost 800 people have tuned in at some point. And it's just amazing that we're getting that type of numbers. Up to 30 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Like, it felt like a big day to get 20 likes back in the day, but now we're at 30 and we may hit 50 by the end of the day, depending on how things go. Walter, you can't wait for stage 3 where the checkered flag comes for the winner of the race. I agree with you there. Next week is Sears Point. So yeah, next week we're heading to Sonoma. Can Larson defend his win at the road course out west in wine country? Larson's still searching for that second win of the season. I think that 5 car is starting to build some momentum. Obviously, they're not struggling a lot today, but I don't really look at it that. I'm not really thinking about today too much because the whole team has struggled. Hey, and we've gotten another new subscriber, guys. I appreciate it. Now we're 88 subs from 1,600, guys. 88 subs from 1,700. Do it for Dale, guys. Do it for Dale. Yeah, Coke 600 was a breakout day. Coke 600 was the best races this year. I'd say that I think Fontana might be my favorite race so far this year. If it wasn't Fontana, though, the Coke 600 also is so up there. Coda was also pretty good, but I don't know. I just say the mile half racing we've seen this year everywhere except Texas has been phenomenal. And we're up to 30 guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, right now, guys, still a lot of drivers in this race. The big thing is the track position is key. And right now, those guys who stayed out and were trying to get stage points at the end of stage 2, Kurt Busch, who won stage 2, is going to restart in 23rd, Byron in 24th, and Larson in 25th. And it has just been passed today. They will have slightly fresher tires than the guys ahead of them, but that's a long way. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to get near the front. But how about Zane Smith in his first series start doing pretty well in 17th right now, filling in for Chris Buescher, who's got COVID today. Mark, Sonoma's a perfect place for Hamlin, wine country. That's actually kind of, that's a pun, but like, that actually made me laugh. But here they come to the Geico restart zone. It's going to be Truex on the outside of Kyle Busch. The Toyota's going at it here to start off the final stage. Can Kyle Busch keep this lead? He's probably been the strongest car today. Here they come through the Geico restart zone. And the 19 with a great jump on the high side. He might be able to clear the 18. Through turns 1 and 2. Oh, and the 12 makes a bold move 3 wide. That just works. But the 19 is going to clear the 18 off turn 2, and it's Truex to the lead. Truex still looking for his first win of the year. Oh, and the 45 dropping back. He made an aggressive, like, 3 wide move, and that did not work for him. And Bowman makes it 3 wide with Harvick and Logano in turns 3 and 4. Oh, and the 17 up the track. I was just mentioning how good the rookie was doing, but Buescher with a big moment there. I mean, Zane Smith with a big moment there. But now it's Truex, then Kyle Busch, then Almirola, Bell, Suarez, your top 5, and Michael McDowell and Jones side by side for 6th. And there is intense racing going on all over the racetrack, but these guys are trying to work their way back up through the field. And then you have Chase Briscoe, who's up to 9th place right now. He started this race out front and lost the lead because a tire went down on that car under green. Could he rebound to get towards the front and look for his second win of the season? I think that's definitely still in the cards. The Stewart-Haas cars have shown pretty solid pace all around today. Right now, you got 3 of them running in the top 11. But Bowman trying to take 11th from Kevin Harvick. He goes to the inside of the 4 car down the back straightaway as they enter turn 3. And the 12 of Blaney's going to get by McDowell for 6th place. Blaney moving forward again. Blaney, another car with issues, who was running up in the top 5 earlier, and he's rebounded up into the top 5. It's funny. Everybody's going single file down the straightaways, and then as they enter the turns, everybody just pops out into their own different line, trying to make up any ground they can. And the 8 makes a move to the 42 in turns 3 and 4. He dove it in there, and that's going to not quite stick, though. They're going to be side by side down the front stretch. Behind them, the 16 and the 6 are side by side. And now Blaney's going to go by Suarez. Blaney into the top 5 once again today. Just, if you're out front, though, clean air is so powerful. But speaking of those guys who pitted at the end of stage 2, the one that's made up the most track positions so far is Larson, and he's only up to 19th. But he's made up 6 spots, which is actually pretty solid so far. And Logano's going to get by Harvick for 12th. So Harvick's starting to fade back a bit. Now the 99 running in 6th place, starting to get some pressure from the 34. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We're up to 50 people watching right now. We're at 30 likes. Could we get up to 50 likes today? That's the goal for today. Could we get 50 likes? I'd appreciate it. And the 8's going to clear the 42 down the front straightaway. Yes, he will. He's up to 14th. Allmendinger, after winning the race in Portland yesterday, started today at the rear of the field because he was unable to qualify that car or practice it this weekend. And he is running back in 17th, battling with Keselowski for 16th. He's doing pretty solid, though, so far today. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in, though, so far today. We're approaching possibly the 1,000 viewer mark today, which would be pretty solid, guys. I really appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for subscribing if you have done so, or if you already are subscribed. But Truex still holds on to just about a 0.4 of a second lead over Kyle Busch. That clean air is just so key. Also, Blaney to the outside of Bell off turn 4. And Blaney's up to... Right now, Blaney's looking really strong. He had a tire go down in stage 2, and now he's been able to rebound back into the top 5. The next car he's going to be having to pass is Eric Almirola, who's having a really good run in 3rd today. I think if Kyle Busch can get to the lead, though, he's going to be gone. If he gets clean air on that nose, you're not going to get by that 18 car. The 19 is staying out front because he has the clean air, but he's not near as strong as that 18, I think. But Ricky Stenhouse, who's been on a great streak of 4 top 10s, it looks like that streak's going to end today. They just have missed the setup entirely. He is back in 30th position. Chastain gets by Allmendinger for 17th. McDowell still trying to get by that 99. Can't find a way by. The 2 and the 48 side by side for 10th. The 48 trying to steal that spot from Cendric. Logano trying to make a move on the 48 now for 11th. Logano had the track position early, but that car's just faded off. The 2 is out front for quite a bit today. The 12 has looked strong, and he's rebounding strong now, but the 22's just been a bit off the pace compared to his teammates. Still pretty good. He's been in the top 15 all day, but not near the top 5 much of the day. Kurt Busch is gotten by Larson for 19th. Still, though, with 82 to go, these guys are going to have to pit again. But the question is, are we going to see another tire failure? We've seen 2 of them so far today with the 14 and the 12. Those both happened about 30 laps, 40 laps into a run. It may happen again today. Or, well, it may happen again on this run. Goodyear just still has got to find what the issue is with these tires. Well, Larson gets almost boxed in the middle of 3 wide. He's going to have to back out of that. He's now under pressure from Austin Dillon. Meanwhile, Blaney was making moves, and he's slowly catching up to the 10, but he's not really catching up to the leaders. So those 2 Toyotas are slowly gapping the field. Reddick looking for a way by the 22 for 12th. Yeah, just the one downside of today is, like I was saying, it's been so hard to pass. Even with fresh tires, fresh tires have not made a big difference. Like, track position is literally the only thing that matters. You can be on 50 lap old tires and still, like, if that clean air, you can still hold your own all right with the clean air. This is starting to remind me of, I don't know, I feel like Gateway is somewhat similar to Phoenix in terms of the way it's so flat. I really don't enjoy Phoenix much as a track. I feel like it's one of the worst tracks on the schedule, in my opinion. It's just kind of hard to pass. It's hard to build momentum. And I feel like we're kind of seeing that here at Gateway. It's just hard to pass. It's hard to get momentum to get around somebody. I'll look at the chat here. Yeah, Blaney's had to work extra hard today. Mark, you're wondering where the 4 and the 22 are? Logano's running in 12th. Harvick running in 14th. We'll go through the running order real quick here. It's Truex, Kyle Busch, Almirola, Blaney, Bell, Suarez, Jones, McDowell, Briscoe, and Cindric, your top 10. Suarez, Almirola, McDowell, all having solid runs. Then you have Bowman, Logano, Reddick, Harvick, Ty Dillon, your top 15. Then Keselowski, Chastain, Kurt Busch, Allmendinger, Larson. Then Dillon, and then Zane Smith in second in his first ever start, doing pretty good. Then Byron, Custer, Wallace, Burton, Gilliland, Haley, and Elliott and Stenhouse, your top 30. Balicki, Ware, Kligerman, McLeod, your top 34. Then you have Hamlin in 35th, 11 laps down. And then Corey LaJoy, the only car out of this race with a mechanical issue. The leaders will probably start to encounter lap traffic, and my guess would be about 15 laps. They'll start to catch the tail end of the lead lap cars. I appreciate if you drop a like and subscribe, guys. You know the drill if you've spent any time on YouTube. 88 subs from 1,700 subscribers, guys. Do it for Dale. If you guys want to put in the chat who your pick is to win, checking in on that poll. 45% of you guys are banking on the field instead of Bell, Truex, or Kyle Busch to win this race. But if you're picking somebody, you're picking Kyle Busch. 36% of you guys think Kyle Busch will win, even though he's running in second to his teammate Martin Truex Jr. 18 of you guys are saying MTJ is going to win it today. See that rhyme right there? Got the rhyme scheme going. But I guess by mentioning that, I just killed the rhyme scheme. Blaney's gotten by Almirola. He's up to third. So Blaney's only 1.8 seconds off the leaders. And last time by, he ran a faster lap time than either of the leaders. So it's really those top three are starting to check out on the field. Meanwhile, Jones has gotten by McDowell as Jones is trying to get by Suarez for sixth now. Approaching 70 to go in a couple laps. And last time by, Laney ran actually quite a bit slower than your top two. And Martin Truex Jr. ran the fastest lap last time by. Put about an extra tenth of a gap between him and Kyle Busch. But just about every lap, the gap is just staying about the same, of about a second from Truex to Busch and then a second from Busch. Nobody's making up a ton of track position right now, or a ton of time on the track. Jones looking for a way by Suarez. He can't find a gap right now, but I think he's going to be able to move up to sixth here soon. Jones having a solid run today. Hamlin dropping to 12 laps down now. That car is just severely wounded after that contact between him and the one earlier today. What is the pit window? I actually don't know because we haven't made green flag pit stops today. My guess is they'll be pitting in about 20 laps, trying to split the final stage in half. Kurt Busch has worked his way up to 17th on the fresh tires, but like I was saying, track position is just so key. Those guys who stayed out at the end of stage 2 to get the stage points, Kurt Busch, Larson, and Byron, they restarted in 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and Kurt Busch has worked his way up to 17th, Larson up to 20th, and Byron only up to 2nd. So it's just track position's just so key. Those stage points are definitely nice, but I think it actually may end up being better for them if they didn't go for stage points. They might end up getting more points if they hadn't stayed out. Appreciate everybody watching right now. Almost up to 70 people watching, and we got 35 likes, guys. Could we get up to 50 likes? I would appreciate it. Also, the road to 1,700 subscribers, only 88 subs for 1,700. We're trying to rebound from that penalty. He's only worked his way up to 14th. Right now, looking for a way by that 4-car of Harvick for 13th. Yeah, just as this run goes on, there's just such little passing. Chastain able to make a move to the inside of Ty Dillon for 15th. Chastain's slowly rebounding. And also, Kurt Busch going to make a move to the inside of the 42. And as they enter turns 1 and 2, Kurt Busch to the inside of Ty Dillon. Oh, the 6 up the track in turns 1 and 2. And Kurt going to make a move once again to the inside of the 42. It's just so hard to make that pass. And off turn 4, he's going to slide up and get ahead of Ty Dillon. Kurt Busch up to 16th. He's picked up 7 spots since the restart. Somebody just hit pit road. I'm not sure who that was. It was an all-black car. I think it may have been the 15. Or that's the 51 of Cody Ware. Oh, it looks like Cody Ware has also gone to the garage. I did not notice that. Cody Ware also out of this race. I assume some sort of mechanical issue with that car. It's 9 laps down, so that'll be another spot for Denny Hamlin at least. So the window's open to make it to the finish, but I think these guys are going to probably go 15 more laps and try and split this final stage in half. So for those of you guys wondering what the pit road window is, they can pit right now and make it to the end. But I think a lot of these guys are probably going to go at least 10, 15 more laps. And now the 16 going by the 42 of Ty Dillon for 17th. And Kurt Busch going by Chastain. He's up to 15th. Bowman to the inside of the 2 for 10th. And it's just not going to stick there. Allmendinger and Ty Dillon are actually still battling for that 17th spot. So I spoke a bit too quick on the 16 getting by him. Oh my gosh, the 11 still giving the 1 a hard time. That's how the 45 was able to get by. Yeah, the 48 makes a bold move to the inside of the 2, down the back straightaway, trying to get to the inside of him in turns 3 and 4. It's not going to stick, and he might open up a window for Logano to get to his side off turn 4. Oh, and it's not quite going to happen. But right now, Truex just holding on to 7/10 of a second lead over Kyle Busch, who's in second. Then it's another about half a second back to Blaney. So Blaney is catching up to these leaders. That gap was 2.5 seconds not too long ago, and now it's under a second and a half. So Blaney's slowly catching those leaders. The money stop will be coming here soon with green flag pit stops here in a moment. 60 to go this time by. And these leaders are starting lap traffic, so that might be what's allowing the 12 to catch up to the top 2. They've put Kligerman and McLeod a lap down. They'll be catching up to Balicki here soon, but then it's quite a big gap to the next car on the tail end of the lead lap, who's Chase Elliott in that wounded 9 car. Still, the majority of you guys saying it's not going to be Kyle Busch, Truex, or Bell who wins this race. I don't know. Maybe you're banking on Blaney, but those Busch and Truex seem to be the 2 strongest cars right now. Well, I just realized I've had that one message pinned the whole day. Hey, we're up to 70 viewers again, guys. I appreciate it. Everybody's tuned in. Also, guys, if you enjoy what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button and drop a like, guys. It's that simple. Just do it, guys. And we've hit over. Oh, and Reddick's around on the track. The caution's not out. Yes, now it is. I'm not sure if that's a flat. It doesn't look like there's a flat on that 8 car. But that caution means we won't go to green flag pit stops, and everybody will pit here, that's for sure. Because now you can make it to the end. That 8 car's slow, though. He's not refiring. I think that 8 car might have had an issue. That's okay. Now he's got it refired. Now it's rolling again. But the 8's going to lose a lap because of that. And that's just going to be another hard day for Tyler Reddick. He was running in the top 15. He had a top 10 car, top 5 car, but then he got a penalty on pit road, got shuffled back, and now because he's spun, he loses a lap. And there's so few cars out of this race, unless he can get that free pass at some point, he might not be able to get back. This might be a terrible points day for the 8 team, and he'll lose a ton of points on that cutoff line. And you can't afford to do that at this point in the season. Ball, everyone will crash on the last lap, and Hamlin will steal the win. Yeah, looks like Just lost it on his own off turn 2, actually. So not a tire failure. And he almost made contact with the 78 there. BJ McLeod been caught up in quite a few moments that were out of his control so far today, but yeah, this is going to really hurt Tyler Reddick's points day. Matt, where's Alex Bowman? Eric answered his answer. He's in 11th right now. Here they come on pit road next time by. I think you got to pit is my guess. You got to pit. Because everybody's got to pit at some point. So it's just not worth staying out because you can't make it to the end no matter what. Looks like Josh Bilicki will be the free pass car, or at least he should be. But pit road is going to be huge here. As long as you don't make a penalty, if you can have a quick pit stop and get the lead off pit road, like the lead is that's how big it is today. Clean air is so dominant that if you're just out front, nobody can touch you. Whoever wins the race off pit road today, or whoever wins the race off pit road here might win the race. Also, it definitely may be worth it taking 2 tires today. Or taking 2 tires on this stop. Because tires haven't been a huge factor. You only have to worry about a tire going down. But 2 tires, honestly, it may be worth it just because track position is so key. I mean, you could be like Kurt Busch running the fast every lap, have fresh tires, but he only made up 10 spots on that 40-lap run. 2 tires is worth it. We're going to see here, but 2 tires, if it's my driver, we're taking 2. We're taking 2. Okay, here they come on a pit road. The 19 leads them down. Everybody's coming down pit road. Nobody's staying out, but if you can take 2 tires, will it be worth it? And anybody can try and pull that strategy. They're doing 4 on Truex. It looks like they're doing 4 on Almirola. They're doing 4 on Bell. So a lot of guys doing 4. I would have done 2, but it seems like everybody's doing 4. Blaney doing 4. And Kyle Busch, Jones do 2. Logano does 2. Bowman, Larson do 2. Almirola with 4. But Eric Jones steals the lead with a 2-tire stop. Then Kyle Busch, Logano, Bowman, and Larson also take 2. So your top 6 are all going to be guys with 2 tires only. Oh, the 10 and the 19 make contact on pit road. But the 43 just edges out the 18 exiting pit road. And now Eric Jones is your leader. This is a home race for that sponsor on the 43 this week, Bomarado Auto Group. They own a lot of big car dealerships out in the Midwest. They've been a big partner with the 43 in the Cup Series, as well as the Jordan Anderson Racing Team in the Xfinity Series and trucks. So this is like their home race for them today. So to have that car out front's huge for them. And we've gotten some more subscribers, guys. You've been doing it for Dale. Now we're 80. We got 2 new subscribers, guys. And if you do subscribe, let me know in the chat so I can give you a shout out because I appreciate it. 86 subs from 1,700. I've done that every time. 86 subs from 1,700, guys. How about that? Got about 15 new subscribers today. I appreciate it. Another big stream this weekend after a huge stream last week doing the Coke 600. So the 10 and the 19 made contact on pit road, but the 19, it was kind of the 10's fault, but the 19 gave the 10 a love tap, if we'll call it that, exiting pit road to let him know, like, hey, you can't just run over me, man. So only about your top 5 took 2 tires. Now, I think that track position should be able to hold on. They should be able to hold on to those spots all right. I hope this strategy pays off for Larson and Jones. And it looks like a couple other guys took 2, just based on, like, I think Ty Dillon took 2, considering he moved up some spots. He's up to 11th. I think McDowell took 2. Maybe Wallace. It's kind of a mixed bag throughout the field. But we'll get restarted with about 50 to go today. We're almost up to 40 likes, guys. We got 80 people watching right now, and we got 40 likes, guys. Can we get a couple more? I'd appreciate it. Mia Arrington, is it still live? You're counting 27? Yes, this race is still live. Well, is Chase still racing? Chase is still racing, but that car is wounded. That car is not anything that it once was. He's back in 24th right now. That's actually like the best he's been running. And that car has not been near the top 20 since that accident. I don't think Elliott's got a shot at a top 20 unless some guys crash out here, which could still happen. We've seen so many crazy moves on these restarts. We haven't really seen any cars come out. There's not a single car out of this race because of damage. So that may change here on this restart. You subscribed when it started. I appreciate it, Mia. Or I'm not sure how you say that. Or if you just want me to say Arrington. Also, the majority of you guys still rooting for Kyle Busch, or well, you think Kyle Busch is going to win today, 40%. I'd agree with the majority on that one. Oh, and the 99, the Jack breaks on the pit stop, and they lose all that track position they had gained back. He's going to restart in the 26th spot, but they were running in the top 10 before that. Okay, it's going to be Jones on the outside and Kyle Busch to the inside. Those guys both on 2. Then you have Logano and Bowman on 2 in row 2, and then Larson on 2 on the outside of row 3. The first car with 4 tires is Almirola, the third car on the inside of row 3. We got 80 people watching right now. I appreciate it, ladies and gents. About to get this green flag for possibly the final time. And now here they come to get the green flag. Can Eric Jones steal this lead from Kyle Busch on the restart? Jones on the outside, Kyle Busch on the inside. Will 2 tires work out, or was 4 tires the move? And Jones with a great restart on the outside. The outside lane is moving once again on these restarts, and the 43 should be able to clear the 18 off turn 2, but the 18 dives in real deep. The 42 up the track, back in the pack. The 18 and the 43 are side by side, back down the back straightaway. They're going to be side by side as they enter turns 3 and 4. The 18 makes a move to the inside of Jones. I thought the 43 had him cleared, but not quite. And the 18 tries to slide up and clear the 43. He pushes him up the track. He's able to take that lead, but that opens the door for Logano. Logano to the inside of the 18 now to the inside of the 3 for second down the front straightaway. Kyle Busch roughs up the 43 a bit on that restart to take the lead, and Kyle Busch is now your leader, and then it's Logano Jones side by side for second place, then Bowman in 4th, but Almirola is about to go by him. Almirola, the first car on 4 fresh tires. He's picked up 2 spots since the restart. And Logano's up to second. Jones back to 3rd. And they're 3 wide, 4 wide way back in the pack. It's 5 wide back in the pack. That was crazy for a moment. They're just trying to sort these things out. Briscoe's lost a ton of spots on this restart. Almirola to the inside of Jones in turns 3 and 4. He's trying to steal 3rd with those 4 fresh tires. And he's going to make it happen. Almirola up to 3rd, guys. His car on 4 freshies. Is he going to be able to get there and take that win from Kyle Busch? Catching him's one thing, passing him's another. Oh, and the 5's on the outside of 3 wide with the 2 and the 20. And the 2's going to go by. Or not quite yet. And Larson's going to be able to hold off the 2 actually for now. But Ryan Blaney sends in a dive bomb on his teammate on the inside of turns 3 and 4. And Blaney's going to get by both the 2 and almost the 5. The 12 almost cleared himself on Larson there. So he's not clear of Larson yet, but I think the 12 is going to get by him here soon. The 12, definitely one of the fastest cars right now on fresh tires. He's by Larson, and now I don't know if he's going to have the time, but he might also be able to chase down the leader here. Kyle Busch has got a half a second lead over Logano. Then it's Almirola, about 0.7 of a second back off Logano. I mean, yeah. But then Jones and Almirola, then Jones and Bowman, your top 5. Then Truex and Blaney in 6th and 7th, also on fresh tires. But Truex gets by Bowman. Truex into the top 5 now. And Cindric is going to be able to clear Larson for 8th place. Nope, not. Yes, no, never mind. Yes, he will. Now Kurt Busch to the inside of the 5. Chastain and Bell battling side by side for 11th place. Larson going to tuck in line behind the Kurt Busch in 10th place. Those 2 tires don't seem to be the move right now. At least if you're Kyle Larson. If you're Kyle Busch, Logano, or Jones, oh, that seems like a great idea. Allmendinger trying to get my McDowell for 13th. Allmendinger, after winning yesterday at Portland, he's trying to get a result here at Gateway. Maybe get a top 10 before it's all done and over. Blaney to the inside of Bowman, and he's going to get by Bowman. Blaney's up to 6th on the 4 fresh tires. Kurt Busch hounding that 2 car for 8th right now. Kurt Busch, the winner of stage, he's not content with 9th. Also, if we were to get a caution, Reddick would be the free pass car in 31st after having a tire, or just spinning on his own actually and causing that last caution. Also, we've got 90 people watching right now. We've got 45 likes, guys. Can we get up to 50 likes? I'd appreciate it. Also, you've gotten a couple more new subscribers. I appreciate that as well. Allmendinger is now by McDowell, and Kurt Busch is almost able to clear Austin Cindric, but not quite. Now we're Ubs from 1600. Appreciate it. J.R. Ramos, you hope Almirola wins this season before he retires? I know, it would be nice if Almirola gets one more send-off win before he hangs up the helmet. Oh, Kurt Busch tries to drive under the 2 off turn 4. This might be his best shot at getting by him. He's going to set up a great pass opportunity in turns 1 and 2, and he sends it in real deep. And Kurt Busch is going to pull off the slider, and Kurt Busch is up to 8th. Also, Chastain is cracked back into the top 10 after what's been a long and eventful day. Also, going to get by Truex now. That's for 5th place. And Blaney's going to drive to the inside of the 19 off turn 4. Oh, and he's just not quite going to clear him, but he'll have a great shot at getting him by him in turns 1 and 2 now. Oh, Blaney's got definitely one of the strongest cars right now. If he hadn't had that tire go down earlier in stage 2, he might be out front right now. He's still battling the 19 side by side down the back straightaway. But today's definitely going to be a story of what could have been for Ryan Blaney. Yeah, 40 to go now at Gateway. Everybody can make it to the end on fuel and tires, but are we going to see another caution and possibly another crazy restart? Logano's not fading off the bumper of these again. We've seen this in and the 47's around. And that's going to bring out the caution most likely. Yes, it will. Today has just been a very off day for that 47 team. They've been on a streak of 4 straight top 10s, but today I don't know if they've cracked the top 20. But this is very interesting. This is almost an identical accident to what just happened with the 8 to bring out the last caution. And once again, it's another Chevrolet that just spins on his own off turn 2. Not sure if that has anything to do with the relation. Oh, it looks like the 47 has a flat, but that probably happened when they spun. Oh, no, yeah, 47 just got into the wall actually on his own, so that is pretty different than the 8 car. So he was just up and out of the groove there off turn 2. The 47, that car may have actually broke the toe. It wasn't too hard contact, but that car seems to be a bit skewed now. So that might be another retirement for today. And that would be actually the very first retirement for damage if he does retire. And that would be only the 3rd retirement of the day. And after a couple of weeks of a lot of attrition, this week we've had almost none at all. Kyle Busch, though, is out front. You're not pitting the 8 to go. There's not enough laps on these tires, and also track position is just worth it. But I do, if you pitted for 2 tires and you're Kyle Larson and you're back in 11th, you might want to pit here. You might, if you're Larson, if I'd be Larson, I'd pit. It looks like they're going to pit the 20 as well in 12. So yeah, if I'm Larson, I'm pitting here. But Logano has rebounded up to 2nd place after being the favorite to begin the day. He dropped back and was getting outrun by his teammates, but now here he is in 2nd place. So it looks like pit road is open now. And wow. The 2 does not, the 5 does not come in, nor does the 20. It looks like they're just trying to fake some guys out by getting ready to pit, and they don't. But I'd say about the back 7 cars or so decide to come in. Larson should have come in there. I don't know why he didn't. That's definitely, I think, a bad call by that team. But Reddick's the free pass car now after bringing out the last caution. Gosh, that was actually a terrible Cliff Daniels call. I'm not going to lie. I think pitting there would have been the best time to pit because at least 10 other cars pitted or so. So you'd still be restarting with just about you'd still be restarting with about 35 to go, and you'd be restarting about 20th, which is probably where you're going to end up finishing since you're staying out here on 2 tires. So I don't know. Yeah, Arrington. Yeah, come on, people. Come on. I like it. You're trying to get people to subscribe. Appreciate the enthusiasm. Guys, we've got 80 people watching right now. I appreciate it. We're almost to 50 likes, guys. Can we hit 50? This is back-to-back weeks of pretty big streams, guys, so I really do appreciate it. Last weekend, the biggest weekend ever for the channel. We had just about 70 new people and over 5,000 people tune in last weekend. So far this weekend, we've had just over 1,000 people tune in. We've gotten about 15 new subscribers, so I appreciate it. So yeah, we're going to get restarted with about 34 to go, 35 to go, looks like. Everybody can make it to the end here on fuel and tires. But we have seen a couple tire failures happen, so I wouldn't say that you're going to necessarily be safe on tires. Because maybe one of the Goodyear Eagles is going to turn out to be an evil eagle. $83 subs from 1,700, guys. But today's race has been really entertaining so far. We're going to adjust the poll in the chat one more time. Now we're going to change. We're going to change the poll now to who wins at Gateway. You know, we got to keep Kyle Busch in that poll. But who else should we put in there? I think Joey Logano definitely. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano. So two of like the most controversial drivers. And Kyle Busch will go with the, oh, never mind. Yeah, Kyle Busch goes with the inside line. And then we'll go with Eric Almirola, because he's also strong and he's one of the first guys on fresh tires. Or we'll go Ryan Blaney. But yeah, so it's going to be Kyle Busch and Joey Logano both on the front row with 2 tires. Then you have Eric Almirola with 4 tires, the second car on the outside. And then Blaney also with 4 tires, the third car on the inside. But this restart's going to be huge, guys. Clean air has been the dominant factor today. So if you can get that clean air on your nose, you can pretty much just check out on the field. Appreciate everybody, guys. We're almost up to 100 viewers. This would be the back-to-back weeks of over 100 people tuning in at some point. Last weekend, we hit the most people to ever be watching the channel at once with 350 about. Okay, and the green flag's about to get out. It's Logano on the outside, Kyle Busch on the inside. Through the Geico restart zone they go for possibly the final time today. 35 to go from Gateway. And that inside gets a great jump. Kyle Busch, the king of restarts, proving where he gets that name from. He might be able to clear the 22 before they even get to the middle of the turn. Yes, he will. Kyle Busch with a blinding restart. Then Logano slides up the track, and he's side by side with Jones, but Kyle Busch has just checked out right now. Then it's Jones who's settled into third, but Almirola is still working to his outside, and Blaney's still side by side for fifth, but Logano with a move to the inside of the 20. Logano with a great move to the inside of the 18 off turn 4. That 22 has been so strong on the restarts. Oh, boy. He makes a move to the inside of the 18 and turns 1 and 2. Logano trying to steal the lead from Kyle Busch. He's going to slide up and pinch him up the track. Joey Logano takes the lead from Kyle Busch. What a bold move from the 22 to take the lead from the 18. That's how the 18 took the lead from the 43 earlier. Logano repaying the favor. But Almirola's worked his way up to third, and he's on the bumper of the 18 now. And he has 4 fresh tires, unlike your top 2. And Eric Jones holds on in 4th, and Truex. Blaney's actually lost a couple spots on this restart. He's back to 7th. Eric Almirola all over the bumper of the 18 down the back straightaway. Can he make a move for second place? And he's going to run a bit of a higher line than either of the top 2 leaders. Try to get a run down the front straightaway instead of a pass in turns 1 and 2. Only about a 1/10 of a second separating second and third place. If Almirola can get by Kyle Busch, he's only got one more obstacle. Oh, Austin Cindric up the track a bit. Now he's on the outside of 3 wide with the 5 and the 20. Down the back straightaway, Larson, Cindric, and Bell 3 wide. Who's going to give as they enter turns 3 and 4? Larson on 2 tires and around guys with 4. Cindric's going to have to back out. But Larson up the track now. Oh, and the 2 giving the bumper to the 5. Now they're 3 wide again. The 5, the 2, and the 1. The 1's going to get by both of these, looks like. Chastain with the 2 for 1. But he's not quite clear of Larson yet. Now he's going to clear him in the middle of turns 1 and 2. But Cindric and Larson still battling. Truex trying to get by Eric Jones for 5th place. And Blaney's rebounded on this restart. He has gotten by Kurt Busch, Truex, and Jones, and he's up to 4th. And he's going to be looking to get by Almirola with 30 to go. So Blaney's car doesn't seem to restart as good as some of these other guys. Yeah, Larson fading now with those 2 tires. He's down to 13th, battling with Harvick. He should have pitted for the 4 tires, in my opinion, man. Oh, but Blaney's closing in on Almirola right now. Blaney can get by Almirola, and oh man, I don't know. Blaney's got a strong car, guys. He might run out of time. Oh, we're up to over 100 viewers, guys. I appreciate it. And we're up to likes, guys. Thanks a ton. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what we're seeing. We're on the road to 1,700 subscribers, guys. We hit 1,600 last weekend. 82 subs from 1,700. And now Truex trying to get by Kurt Busch for 6th. Kurt Busch has that preferred outside line, though, so it's going to be hard for Truex to get by. They're on even tires as well. Behind these guys is Bowman in 8th, the highest running Hendrick car. It's rare to say that the highest running Hendrick car is in 8th place. So this has just been a struggle of a weekend for the Hendrick Chevrolets and the Chevrolets in general. The highest running Chevy is Jones in 5th, and he's only there because of strategy. Logano pulling away, though, with the lead. He's almost got his lead up to 2nd over Kyle Busch, Almirola, and Blaney. Going to be 25 to go next time by. Logano's just trying to close out this victory. Pick up his 2nd win of the season. The poll's still up, Eric. It's all good. McDowell and Larson battling for 13th. Larson holds onto that spot for now after McDowell made a move, or he made an attempt at a move in turns 3 and 4. Allmendinger behind these guys. Allmendinger got a solid top 15 run going right now. Zane Smith at his first ever Cup Series start, holding his own in 20th right now. That's a solid run for him. Outrunning his teammate right now, Brad Keselowski, the Cup Series champion. Logano, though, growing that lead over Kyle Busch. Almirola and Blaney have got to find a way by Busch if they want to have a shot at chasing down Logano. But I don't think it's going to happen. It's just so hard to pass today, which is definitely, that's the negative of today's race. It's too hard to pass here. They're going to have to try and work something out with the package because the restarts have had amazing action and amazing passing. But other than that, it's been just about impossible. And we have not had a single green flag pass for the lead after more than 5 laps after a restart, I might add. Also, Tyler Reddick has worked his way up to 24th after having a rebound from going a lap down and now getting the lucky dog. Oh, Blaney's to the inside of the 10 down the front straightaway. He's actually kind of using the 18 of Kyle Busch as a pick on Almirola and turns. Oh, but he's not going to quite get there. Man, you just can't get a pass. It's just so hard. It's really frustrating with this package, actually. This is starting to feel like last year in some ways on the 1.5 mile tracks. It's just so hard to pass when you're in that dirty air. The 12 makes a move to the inside of the 10. And it's not going to stick once again. And these guys are just going to burn up their tires doing this, battling each other. Logano just pulling away, though, right now. But today's been a really strong day for Ford, but also Team Penske right now. All 3 of their cars running in the top 11. Logano out front, Blaney in 4th, and Cindric just outside the top 10 in 11th place. And now down the front straightaway, 12's got a good run on the 10 now. He's got him cleared. Blaney's up to third. Can the 10 cross him over? Nope, it's not going to happen. Blaney's up to third with 20 to go. Okay. Okay, Blaney. Okay, let's see what you got. Now you got to close in. Also, Zane Smith in his first ever start just got by Custer for 19th. He may have a shot at a top 15 before this is all over. That would be a really solid run for Smith. Kurt Busch now trying to get by Eric Jones for 5th. Kurt Busch on fresher tires than the 43 car. He makes a move to the inside of the 43 off turn 2. Oh, and he's not quite going to get to his quarter panel. But Eric Jones with a great run so far today. Oh, and the caution is out, and it's for Cole Custer. Cole Custer is around and into the outside wall in turns 1 and 2. I don't know if he made that hard contact with the outside wall. All the tires are up on the 41. But it looks like I think he definitely had contact with somebody. I'm not sure where the 41 was running, but he's definitely got help with that one, it looks like. That car actually has a decent amount of damage on the left rear. He may be done for the day. We'll see. Yeah, that left rear is actually caved in a decent amount. We'll see with the replay here. And I'm trying to find it. That was off the nose of, wait, hold on. I'm not quite sure who that was off the nose of. I think that might have been the 3 car or the 38. So that was off the nose of the okay, yeah. Todd Gilliland just dumped Cole Custer there. That was not intentional, and he really didn't. He barely tapped him going through the middle of turns 1 and 2. Actually, kind of reminiscent to Chastain and Hamlin incident earlier. Wasn't intentional. You totaled somebody else's car. Azari Isaac, the stage 1 winner was oh my gosh, who won stage 1? I'm blanking now. Austin Cendric won stage 1, and Kurt Busch won stage 2. But that was the battle for 20th. Cole Custer got dumped from 20th when that happened. Appreciate everybody tuning in right now, guys. We just gotten another new subscriber. So now we're 81 subs from 1,700. Appreciate it. Up to 52 likes, guys. We got over 100 people watching, and we got 52 likes, guys. If you're watching this video right now, drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing. But this race, the actual racing hasn't been good, but there have just been so many rivalries today. If you had Chastain earlier today, in the beginning of stage 2, he put the 11 in the wall on accident. He ended the 11's day, and Hamlin was not happy about that. He stayed out on track, and it was Shade, Henseth, and Logano at Martinsville. He was trying to go all over the track just to take the 1 car out. But then right after that, on another restart, the 1 took out the 9 on an aggressive 3-wide move and takes out the 9. And then he has the 9 and the 11 chasing him down, trying to crash him out of this race. And he's only been able to rebound to 9th, but it has been an eventful day for Chastain. What Ball GB, what on earth are feeding America mean? It's like this, I believe it's a type of thing where it's like, it's some sort of like fundraiser for food where, I don't know. It's some sort of thing where if you donate money, they're like giving food to homeless people type thing. I think. I'm not totally sure on that. Don't quote me. And now a couple guys come down pit road farther back in the pack, but only maybe 3 or 4 cars. 17 to go, guys. So we're going to get restarted with probably about 14, 13 to go. It's going to be make your money time, ladies and gents. Everybody's going to be pushing it to the max. Ball, Chip Ganassi and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Should form their own team and call it Chipmunk Racing. I'm not quite sure where you're going with that one, but yeah, Eric, ask. Appreciate everybody tuning in though so far. But also, guys, in honor of hitting 1,600 subscribers, guys, when you subscribe, turn on notifications, because this Thursday, in honor of the 2-year anniversary of this channel, we are going to stream and we are going to say Greg Biffle 1,600 times for 1,600 subscribers. Almost to 60 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Oh boy, guys. We got another crazy restart coming our way. Can Kyle Busch steal this lead from Joey Logano? Kyle Busch had an amazing restart. He had an amazing initial jump on the last restart. But then in turns 3 and 4, Logano drove it in real hard and was able to get to the inside of the 18 down the front straightaway and then dive it in turns 1 and 2 and take the lead from Kyle Busch and drive away. So Kyle Busch is going to need another great restart like that to get by. But you still have Blaney and Almirola in 3rd and 4th, who I think are the 2 strongest cars in the top 5 right now. Maybe Kurt Busch as well in 6th, but Kurt Busch is a bit too far back. But if Almirola or Blaney can get by the top 2, I think they're going to be gone. But then you also have Jones in 5th, who's searching for a win. If Jones could get a win, that would be huge, and that would totally shake up the playoff picture. Then you also have who else is looking for their first win of the season in the top 10? Blaney. Well, Blaney, Almirola, Jones, those guys are all looking for wins for the first time this year, as well as Truex in 7th and Bell in 10th. Ball GB, you must surely have heard of Chip and Dale, the Disney. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay, Logano goes low, Kyle Busch goes high, Blaney goes high, Almirola goes low, Jones goes high, Kurt Busch goes low, Truex goes high, Bowman goes low. Those are your first 4 rows. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be Logano versus Kyle Busch, and then 2 Fords making up row number 2. So it's 1 Toyota versus 3 Fords in your top 4 right now. So Kyle Busch is outnumbered, but the king of restarts, can he have a kingly restart and take the lead here? We got over 100 people watching now. I appreciate it, ladies and Adam, you're rooting for Kyle Larson? I don't know. I'm just hoping we get a top 10. That would feel like a day. That would feel like a win today. We have just struggled today. Okay. We've seen the outside line be the dominant line on these last couple restarts, but Logano has had a great short run car all day. Can he get by like Kyle Busch, or can he keep this lead from Kyle Busch on this last restart? Coming to 13 to go. We may be going green for the final time today. The green flag is out. 13 to go from Gateway. It's a pretty even restart through. The Geico restarts on the 22 with the slight advantage. He's got a great push from the 10, but they fawn out behind him. Oh, and the outside line really stacked up behind the 18. Oh, and the 10 gets loose. And the 18's to the lead. The 22 in second. The 12 in third. They're 3 wide behind him. But it's Kyle Busch. Then Logano. Can Logano drive it in like he did on the last restart? He's looking for it. Kyle Busch goes way up the track to try and get a big run down the front straightaway. Kyle Busch keeps the lead from Logano. Kyle Busch out front with 12 to go. Then they're side by side for 5th. A couple cars behind them, Jones and Kurt Busch. Logano trying to close in on the bumper of the 18, but we've seen it's so hard to pass once you get a couple laps after that restart. Every lap that passes by for the 22 to get by the 18. He's got to go for it now. And, he just can't quite get there. Logano's stronger than the 18 in turns 3 and 4, especially on the low line. But he just can't quite get to that corner panel of Kyle Busch. Now Blaney coming to try and attack his teammate Logano for second, and that's what Kyle Busch wants to see. He wants to see them start battle for second behind him because that'll slow both of them down, and that'll allow him to just drive away. I don't know. Like, if Logano can stay this close to the 18, then he might be close enough to give him a bit of a bump if he wanted to. That might be, I don't know, that might be in the cards for the 22. Today has been a bump and run kind of day. Oh, and the 18 has a bobble off turn 2. The 22's got to run on the 18. Is he going to do something with it? Logano on the bumper of Kyle Busch down the back straightaway. They enter turns 3 and 4 with 10 to go. What's he going to do? Logano goes way down on the curb. Kyle Busch all the way up to the high side of the groove. And the 22 has a bobble of his own, and he can't quite get to the 18 there. 9 to go now. Kyle Busch still holds on to that lead. He cannot afford to make another bobble like he did on the last time through turns 1 and 2. If he does that, Logano's going to be there to pounce again. Coming to 8 to go this time by, guys. Could we see another caution, though? That would shake up everything. And Logano side of the 18, he just can't quite get there, guys. This has been the story of the day. Clean air is just so powerful. Logano's going to have to be willing to give the bump, I think, if he wants to get by him. The 22 kind of runs a high line like the 18 when they enter the turn, but then he turns down across the track quicker than the 18 to try and get some sort of run on him. Because he knows if he just runs that same line as the 18 and lets that dirty air just pile on the nose, then that'll just hurt that car. Oh, the 22. Oh, that time off turn 4 almost got there. He's so close. Oh, if Logano's able to get by Kyle Busch here, this will literally be the first green flag pass for the lead that's not like in the midst of a restart. I don't know. If I'm Logano, I'm really starting to consider giving that 18 that little touch to get by him. Because, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to just turn under him and get there. We haven't seen him be able to do it yet. Every time off turn 4, that time it was maybe less than a foot, the gap from the bumper of the 18 to the bumper of the 22. Appreciate everybody watching, like, and subscribe. Almost 150 people tuning in right now. Oh, boy. Kyle Busch actually had a good turn 2 there. Oh, but the 22 is, man, Logano is stronger than Kyle Busch right now for maybe the first time today. But he just can't find a way by Kyle. Oh, he's close. Logano's close. Is he going to get to the quarter panel? Oh, my God. That was maybe inches, the gap from the bumper of the 18 to the 22 there off turn 4. Oh, and the 22 with the bobble. Or no, maybe that was on purpose to try and turn down quicker. Yeah, Logano tried a bit different line there in 1 and 2. That didn't really work for him. These guys have pulled away from Ryan Blaney in third. Blaney's the second back. He's not engaged in this one. He's maybe hoping these guys take each other out, going for the win. 4 to go at Gateway. Oh, and the caution's out, and Harvick's in the wall hard in 3 and 4. Harvick in the wall hard, and I think he's done for the day, guys. Harvick done for the day. He brings out the 10th caution of the day, and we are going to be going to NASCAR overtime at Gateway. Oh, boy. And Harvick's done for the day. He'll be, Harvick will be the first car to retire from the race due to actual damage. McLeod will be the free pass car. That was a hard hit for the 4. Today's going to be a bad points day for that 4 team. They didn't score many stage points, and they're not going to finish in the top 30. But now you're top 10. Allmendinger, I didn't realize this. AJ Allmendinger's worked his way into the top 10 after winning Portland yesterday. Oh, Kevin Harvick. Slow to get out of that car. He's okay, but that one definitely knocked the wind out of him. You got to wonder after that hit if he's thinking, man, I can't do this much longer. He was running in front of Larson. We'll have to see if this is a tire failure. I don't think the 5 got him. He's so far behind. Yeah, something goes wrong in that 4 car. That thing just snaps sideways as they enter the turn. And he just slapped that wall with the passenger side. But, like, it was an even slap. All that yikes. That looks somewhat similar to, like, the Pocono crashes with Wallace and Johnson. Obviously at a slower pace here than at Pocono, but not a good crash to see there. Definitely a hard hit for Harvick. But now we've got NASCAR overtime, guys. And the question is, do you pit or not? You don't pit. You don't pit. Track position is just too key. I mean, maybe you'll pit if you're outside the top 20, but track position is just worth it right now. But it's going to be who can get the better launch, Kyle Busch or Logano? Or can Blaney or Kurt Busch get by both of them? Oh, yeah. Something just... So, yeah, Harvick lost brakes entering that turn, and that's why he just flew into the outside wall. That's a hard hit for the 4. When you lose brakes, that's not a good thing. Okay, guys, who's it going to be? Kyle Busch or Logano? According to the poll, 43% of you guys are saying Busch, 31% say Logano. Over almost 150 people watching right now. I appreciate it. We got almost 60 likes, guys. Can we get up to 75 likes, guys? Also, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you're seeing, guys. 81 subs from 1,600. I mean, from 1,700. Once again, I messed up. 81 subs from 1,700, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, is anybody hit? I don't think anybody's hitting pit road. I mean, there's just no point in it. But some guys having good runs today. Almirola in the top 5, Jones in 6th, Allmendinger in the top 10, Haley in 14th, Zane Smith in his first ever Cup Series start in the 19th right now. I'm just looking to see if anybody's going to hit pit road here. I don't think it's worth it, but I don't know. Maybe somebody will decide to randomly. Over 2,000 people have tuned in today officially as of this moment, guys. I appreciate it. This has been a great stream once again. Back-to-back weekends of amazing streams, guys. I appreciate it. And we're up to 1620, guys. Now we're 80 subs. 80 subs. 80 subs from 1,700. Logano's definitely going to be willing to do what it takes, though, to get this win. I feel like so would Kyle Busch. You got 2 of the most aggressive drivers going at it for this win here. But then behind him, you have one of the less aggressive drivers, Eric Almirola, as well as Ryan Blaney. So you know what? They might keep their noses clean on this restart and just let the 22 and the 18 take each other out and get by both of them and steal this win. But in our first ever race at Gateway, we're in NASCAR overtime. And we've hit 60 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, they're going to be coming to NASCAR overtime here. Or they're going to be coming to, I believe, the choose cone next time by. And pit road, I believe, was already open, but I don't think anybody pitted. Track just 2 key. But man, AJ Allmendinger in the top 10, like literally out of nowhere. That car's been slowly working their way up through the field. Started out back, was running top 20 a bit, then top 15. Now he's in the top 10. Maybe he can steal top 5 on this restart. We're almost up to 200 people watching, guys. I appreciate it. 63 likes. Amazing, guys. If we could hit 100 likes right now, guys, it wouldn't even take half the people who are watching right now to drop the like button, and we would hit 100 likes. I'm just saying. Or if everybody subscribed right now, we'd hit 1,700. So I appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. And Eric and Chaco, no bots in the chat today. I know. That's a win. No bots in the chat. So we're going to get a restart here with obviously shoot to go because it's overtime. But 31 cars on the lead lap. So if you get spun out by somebody on this restart and lose all that track position, you're losing a lot. Like you're going to lose literally everything because almost every car is still in this race. Alan's, you're saying Kyle Busch, the greatest wheelman in NASCAR, period? I don't know. We're going to have to see how this restart goes. It's going to be Busch versus Logano. I feel like Scotland, you're rooting for Kyle. I feel like everybody in here is going for Kyle Busch right now. That's what it feels like. And we got a couple more new subscribers, guys. I appreciate it. Now, 3 more subscribers, 77 subs from 1,700. Okay, so who's going to go high? Who's going to go low? The lane you pick could change everything. It felt like the outside line was the dominant car. The outside line was dominant on the restarts, but recently that hasn't been the case. Now, Kyle Busch is going to go high, and Logano and Blaney will go low. So you're going to have teammates low and basically teammates high because you have Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch on the outside. So brothers versus teammates. Almirola and Jones in row 3, Chastain and Truex in row 4, and Bell and Allmendinger in row 5. Lights around on the pace car. We're going green next time. NASCAR overtime at Gateway. It's going to be the Busch versus Logano show. Who's going to be able to pull it out? We got the 2 most controversial drivers in NASCAR. Both of these guys are willing to move somebody for the win. I'm still thinking, though, we may get another restart, guys, because these restarts have been so crazy. We may see these guys stack up in turns 1 and 2 or in turns 3 and 4. That's often what we see in the truck races. Maybe it'll happen in the Cup Series. And the pace car is going to pull off. I'm looking away from the chat right now. I don't want any spoilers. And the pace car's off. And the green flag's in the air. It's NASCAR overtime at Gateway. Kyle Busch on the outside, Logano on the inside. Teammates versus brothers. And Kyle Busch with a great restart, but the 45 not there to give a push to him. The 22 now with the advantage as they go into turns 1 and 2. Who's going to have the better run through the turn? The 22 slides up. The 18 looking for the crossover. The 18 crosses over the 22. Now the 18 on the inside of the 22 down the back straightaway. Oh boy, they're bumping and banging. They're bumping and banging. The 12 and the 45 side by side for third behind him, and Kyle Busch drives it in real deep in 3 and 4. The 22 is going to look for the crossover. The 18 drives it in too deep, and the 22 is to the inside of the 18. The 18 looking for another crossover. The 18 is sideways off turn 4, and Logano out front now. The white flag's in the air. The next flag will end it, and Logano's out front by a couple of car lengths now over Kyle Busch. He's just got to get there. Logano, though, is just... Logano's got this in the bag. He just can't oversell it in turns 3 and 4. Joey Logano is going through 3 and 4 for the final time. Kyle Busch runs the high line looking for any run he can. And Joey Logano's going to win the first ever race at Gateway. Then Kyle Busch second, Kurt Busch third, Blaney fourth, Almirola with the top 5, then Truex Jones, Chastain, Bell, Allmendinger round out your top 10, then Cendric, Larson, Bowman, Haley Dillon, your top 15, then Reddick, and then Zane Smith in his first ever start. Zane Smith is going to finish in 17th. What a race, guys. That may be controversial because Logano won, but Logano gets his second win of the season, guys. I appreciate everybody who tuned in today. If you enjoy what you saw, drop a like and hit subscribe if you want to see more of my commentary to these races and just other NASCAR content in general. And how about that, though? Logano gets his second win of the season. I know that's going to be controversial, guys. Chat not happy about it. Hey, guys, if you want to rate that race out of 10, 10 out of 10 being the best or 1 out of 10 being the worst, give me your rating. See you in the next one, 31 Barracuda. I'd say that was a 6 out of 10 for me. It was a crazy finish, but the racing was just really lackluster in my opinion. That's a 6 out of 10 for me, though. Ball, not your favorite driver, but your best friend's favorite driver. I mean, at least your friend's happy, but what a rise. We've gotten a couple more new subscribers. Now we're 76 subs from 1,800. Over 20 new subscribers today, guys. I appreciate it. Ball GB, 8 out of 10 just for the fights. You know what? I might give it one more for that, actually. You know, I'm going to change it to 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for me, guys. Barracuda, 8.5. Well, congratulations to Joey Logano on your second win in the season. Ross Chastain, William Byron, and Denny Hamlin. Fourth two-time driver of the season. And Logano gives the checkered flag to a little Logano fan in the crowd. Now it's Hamlin versus Chastain for the post-race fight. I don't know. I think Hamlin's cooled off a bit, but I think that argument's going to transfer over to next weekend. Up to 75 likes, guys. I appreciate it. What a race, though, ladies and gents. What a race from the first ever race here at Gateway. Yeah, Logano's showing a lot of, he's really excited about this one. Honestly, it's just great whenever you win in front of a sold-out audience. It's great that the first Cup Series race here was sold out. A lot of the local sponsors for this one really promoting the event a lot. And we got another new subscriber, guys. 75 subs from 1,600. 1,700, no. Look, on that restart, Logano on the inside, Kyle Busch on the outside. Logano slid up on the 18 in turns 1 and 2, and the 18 crossed him over. And then in 3 and 4, Kyle Busch pulled off the slide job, and the 22 crossed him over. And then that was it. Arlington, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that was a race and a half right there, guys. If you subscribe, let me know in the chat. I'll give you a shout out. I appreciate it. Also, another new subscriber, now 74. I'll update it in a minute. Kyle Busch upset, but he's upset, but you can almost see, almost wants to smile because he's like, you know what? That was good racing, so you can't be that upset about it. Yeah. I mean, he's not happy, but Freeman Motorsports are doing donuts in the parking lot. My NASCAR Cup car. LO. But Hamlin, everybody's got Ikes in Hamlin's face, guys. I don't know if he's going to be looking for Chastain right now or not. Oh, and they're trying to interview Chastain, who's in the pit area right now. Chastain. Chastain is like, Chastain's like taking credit for it, but it's like he's like taking too much credit for it. They're interviewing and he's like almost crying. He's like, I just kept driving into guys, man. I don't know what I was doing. I just kept wrecking people. Like, what? He's like, I totally deserve everything that's going to come my way. I think he's still got a top 10, which is honestly, he finished 8th, which is honestly a result. We'll go through all the results. So once again, Logano, Kyle Busch, then Kurt Busch, Blaney, Almirola, Truex, Jones, Chastain, Bell, your top 10. And then Cendric, Larson, Bowman, Haley, Dillon, Reddick, Smith, McDowell, Byron, Keselowski, your top 20. Then Elliott, Gilliland, Suarez, Briscoe, Burton, Wallace, Dillon, Balicki, Custer, McLeod, your top 30. Then Kligerman in 31st. Then Stenhouse, Hamlin, Ware, LaJoy round out your field. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, though, today. Over 2,400 people tuned in at some point. We got 75 likes on the day. And about 25 new subscribers, guys. So that's a great day for me. See ya, Eric. We will be live later this week on Thursday in honor of the 2-year anniversary of this channel. So we're going to get in the... So yeah, we'll close this one off in just a couple minutes. Just going to wrap up my thoughts on this race here with you guys. But yeah, no, Hamlin, Elliott, both not happy with Chastain after this one. I mean, Chastain just made so many enemies today. And he's been kind of driving this over-aggressive style all year and been making more and more enemies. And then it finally bit him. Like, he finally overdrove someone. Like, he overdrove Truex at Dover. And Dover, but Truex isn't, that type of guy. Truex doesn't get upset. Or he gets upset, but he doesn't actually fight you. But then when you upset somebody like Denny Hamlin or Chase Elliott, they're going to remember. Hamlin and Elliott will remember if you wreck them. So, yeah. Chastain's got one coming from both those guys. We're going to end it in just a second, guys. But next weekend, just to give you guys an idea of what I'll be able to live stream next week. Now that it's summer, now I have more free time, I might try to live stream an ARCA race or two if you guys are interested in that. Or a World of Outlaws race, since I have Flow Racing. Yeah, the next race is at... Okay, so the next race is at Sonoma, and then they have the break after Sonoma. Oh, wait, there's a 2-week break from Sonoma To Nashville? I didn't realize that. There's no racing from June 12th. Yeah, or no, it's a 1 week break. But so next week we'll be live for Sonoma, but then there's a week off. So yeah, so we'll be live for Sonoma next week, which is at 4, which is actually kind of a later start time. But that is on the West Coast. And also this year they're racing Nashville, and that was in 5. So Nashville might end up being a bit of a night race, which is kind of cool. So we'll be live for the Cup Series at Sonoma. And then does the Xfinity Series go to Sonoma? No. They have off, I believe, next week. Yeah, next week they are off. So no Xfinity Series race next weekend. But are the trucks racing next week? And are the trucks on next week? Yes, they are. So we'll live stream the trucks next week on Saturday at 7:30. 7:30. That is so. Can they race under the lights at Sonoma? Because that's pretty late. 7:30. I know it's on the West Coast, but an ARCA schedule. Okay, now they're interviewing Denny Hamlin, so I want to see what he says. Ruined our day, and I think we were kind of racing hard there for a while on the inside, and we tried to keep sliding up in front of us, and wasn't able to because I wasn't willing to just back off and let them slide up in front. And so it looks like ARCA will be racing next weekend, so I may do that race as well. Yeah, the unfortunate part is it didn't look like he got too shy after that because I think he kept the 9 after that one, but yeah, he just Hamlin saying that yeah, I mean, at least he took responsibility for it. And like he's like obviously he wasn't too shy after that one because he went and wrecked the 9 after that. So I want to see what Chase Elliott says. They haven't interviewed Chase yet. Ball GB, it's the Le Mans 24-hour race next week too. Oh yeah, I forgot it's the 24 hours of Le Mans. Maybe I'll live stream the finish of Le Mans, but I don't know. We'll see. If it interviews with the Cup Series race, then I won't. But anyways, guys, we're going to end it. Wait, hold on 1 second. Yeah, so it's going to end at 3. Oh, wait, it doesn't end until 3 a.m. Yeah, I forgot because it's across the board. So across the ocean. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we'll do 24 hours of Le Mans at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Well, anyways, I appreciate everybody's tuned in, guys. Almost over 2,500 viewers on the day. But that's all she wrote for today's race. And I'll see you guys later this week. And I might have a video coming to you this week. And I'm going to end it there. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank